Hopefully we'll be live this time. We had a few technical difficulties because for some reason my stream key was changed. Assuming this is working now.
Okay,
Yes, it's working now. So, welcome back everyone to MapperCast podcast episode 67. As you can notice from the title, we have a very special, legendary guest today, Ollie Bye, famous video mapper. I'm sure you've heard of him before. So, welcome, Ollie Bye. Yay! So,
Hey.
the MapperCast members today attending in the description has not been updated. I will update that as soon as I finish the intro. And as always, the guest channels are in the description below. And we also have Cheese Waffle as a guest today as well. And as always, usually the list of topics are in the description below, but I'm going to read them out anyway. So the first topic is that we're going to be interviewing Ollie Bye, which is going to be majority of today's podcast, and then we'll be going through the Mapper winner, which is Brackets, where we discuss his heroic trailer, which is only 38 seconds long. Fan requests are not submit, so we're not going to do that, and we're going to do the MapperCast review, Round of Mapping Standstill episodes, then we're pulling a wildcard topic out of a hat, and then we're discussing YouTube's censorship of history channels. If you heard of that, you could probably watch Alternate History Hub about that, and they'll be announcing the MapperCast Minecraft server, discuss the results of the latest MapperCast Discord post, the free-for-all, then the quiz, just like Mapper Winner Fan Winner, and then we say goodbye. As usual, my name is Void Viper, and let's have a good show with our legendary guest, Ollie Bye. I assume Cosmic is meant to take a water still, so we're gonna skip his intro.
Right, battery.
Hey everybody, I'm Veteran here, and today I'm in his podcast. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, who's next?
Alright, hey everybody, it's Mindria here.
Hello, I'm the Rat of Mapping, and let's have a good show.
Well, I'm Cheese. I'm glad to be back on again. Let's have a good show.
Sounds depressing.
Alright, everybody, I'm back.
Ollie's your turn.
You missed your introduction.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah, we're live because apparently YouTube changed
Yay.
my stream key. I don't know. I never knew they did that.
Well, hey, everybody, Cosmic here. I guess I missed my introduction. It's great to be here. Let's have an awesome show. Let's get started.
Right, Ollie. Gotta do your introduction.
Ollie?
Want to introduce yourself, Ollie?
But yeah, so I'm Ollie Bye, as mentioned earlier. I'm a video mapper. And yeah, great to be here.
Awesome.
Hey.
Hey.
So, quick little note, Batman, your mic is kind of phasing in and out of reality, so just do like a push to talk situation would probably be beneficial.
Okay, does this work now?
No, that is
No, it's
much-
not that. It's just noises.
It's way
coming
worse.
From your mic.
Yeah,
Like, we can
system
constantly hear like white noise and clicking in the background.
Yeah, the PC noise.
just go with like a push to talk. This episode.
Okay.
What the
Alright,
heck?
let's get the show on the road.
So does anybody want to start off with asking? Okay, so I'll start off. So Ollie Bye, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you probably mentioned it in the intro, but a little more in depth would be very interesting.
Okay, so in terms of my channel, I think I started around 2014 or 15. And I haven't really had any breaks. I've just been doing it constantly since then. Yeah, and I suppose I want to know like how I got into it. It was probably Emperor Tiger Star because he's been doing it since maybe 2010 or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Um,
real quick, we'll just correct. That's actually our next question. Just line that up right off the bat.
It was
So yeah, what
28 or so.
what inspired you to start video mapping and just get on this road?
Well, yeah, so I think in about 2013, I was starting to get quite interested in history, particularly on YouTube, and I did see a lot of Emperor Tiger Star's videos at the time. After a point, I just thought I could probably do it myself, and there were a lot of ups and downs at first. I think generally I did always enjoy doing it, and it just sort of snowballed from there, really.
Yeah, when did you
And I've
like,
never really looked back.
for lack of a better word, like when do you think you found your chi? Like when did this really like for you start becoming like a rewarding thing, and you really found your stride? Or maybe you haven't yet. I don't know.
I think one big point. Do you know the two History of the World videos I made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One. I think that was made late 2015, and then that kind of blew up quite a lot, and that sort of put me on the map, as it were.
Yes, the algorithm got to you.
On the
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then I think things did start to speed up a lot after that. That's when I started to grow quite big. I think
So
that's the
on
time.
that, like, what do you think? What's your favorite piece of work that you've put out?
That's a difficult question. I think possibly there's a video I did a few months ago called "The History of Asia." That would certainly be up there because that took ages. I think I started it in about June 2018, in May 2019, something like that. So it took almost a year to do.
Damn.
There is one
Dedication.
question I want to ask. Considering you've been around for a long time, like, how do you feel about like the growth of video mapping as a whole?
I think it's generally a good thing because it does teach people more about history. My only concern about it is not specifically with video mapping, but just generally with history videos, is that you get a lot of people coming into it who have a great understanding of history when they first start. So sometimes things aren't presented properly, or so I think that's my main concern. But overall, I'd say it's a good thing, just because it gets people interested, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's a really great funnel, I think. Like, watching a lot of Emperor Tiger Star's early stuff, that's what pushed me into this whole world.
I just know when you're watching those videos, avoid the comment section.
Yeah.
That's true. What do you think about the comment section? What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's difficult to comment on those.
Oh,
I never remove comments. I just kind of let it happen because it's always going to be kind of heated in there. You're always talking about stuff that people are going to disagree on, so I don't try and moderate it really.
Just watch it with a disconnect, fascination, and fun.
Yeah, like usually I find comment section is either somebody arguing about which history is right, or like something's inaccurate, or something very stupid.
And a lot of the time it's opinion as well. People trying
Yeah.
to argue opinion as facts, things like that. You do just have to ignore it in the end.
Yeah, it's true. So on the subject of video map, like, do you think like I get like it's watching these video mappings a little bit different from like watching like an actual history documentary, but do you think people actually learn history, and here's an important word, in depth by watching history of insert whatever videos?
It's kind of hard for me to say because I'm the one who's making them rather than watching them so much, but it is certainly a springboard, as we were saying before. I do get a lot of comments all the time saying that, like, because of a certain video. So it certainly does that.
Like, I know, like, sometimes when I watch like these like time-lapse video mapping videos, I look at, oh, what happened here, and then people do like in-depth research on what exactly happened on this year. Like, if let's say you see like I don't know, Mongols suddenly growing big, like people would do research on how that happened, and like I think like in my opinion, I think like video mapping helps people expand their knowledge on how the world changed over time, and then they go look at it. They look at how like this happened, like in depth.
Yeah, but
There is definitely that element of curiosity that comes in there. Yeah.
On the topic of education, how does it feel to have your videos use history lesson, like classrooms?
Yeah, I remember someone showing a history video of your the history of the world.
I can remember the first time someone said that happened, and I was really kind of amazed. It almost didn't seem real.
Well, it happened to me as well.
I think it is good news. But I don't know. That's been happening for quite a long time now, so I guess I've kind of become used to it. It's good news, definitely.
Imagine growing
Yeah,
enough
definitely.
for it to be shown in classrooms.
So
now.
yeah, on that same sort of path, how did this just happen recently? It's just sent like a shockwave through the community.
Yeah.
How did your collaboration with RT come to be? Like, how did they approach you? What was the deal with that?
Oh, that. I mean, I wasn't really that heavily involved in it. I think they just. I thing is, I get a lot of emails all the time asking to use my content. This week, I'll get either an individual or an organization or something asking to use it, and I always just say yes. There's no real reason not to agree to it. Week, they contacted me about it, and I said yes.
Did they compensate you at all?
They promote your channel.
Probably economically
that's
would have made sense to ask for money. I'm pretty sure they would have paid us.
Yeah.
There
Yeah, fair point.
I remember a case where that was Breaking a Mapper, where one giant like a channel with over 1 million subscribers basically didn't ask him for permission on a map they used of him that he put on DeviantArt, and he got like compensated for like 1,000 euros because he asked for royalties and said he would go to court otherwise. So basically they just said take the money and shut up, and yeah.
Well, yeah, there wasn't really anything like that. It was literally just an email. I think. I don't think there was anything more to it.
Like, do you ever like consider and think like, what is this? Could this person be trying to like, I don't know, do something malicious, or like? Because I know often like, you know, things like, oh, do you want to join our network? Is a little bit suspicious, like those things. So I'm just wondering, like, do you just say yes out of just for the sake of saying yes, like, because why not? Or do you actually like look into it before you say yes?
Well, I mean, I never just sign a contract. Usually what they'll do is they'll just come up with like a one-line sort of sentence saying, "Can we use this bit of the video for that?" For example, and if you say yes, you do get the publicity. Easy to get then, and if you ask for payment, they might end up just pulling out, and then you don't get the publicity. And
That's true.
Yeah, I guess that's
so
fairly
I don't. What I'm trying to do, I'm not sort of reselling content onto third parties. That's not what the biggest,
well, on that
model is.
topic, we have that listed down. What is your view? How do you feel about the monetization of mapping videos? Because both video mapping and mapping have sort of blossomed into their own like little niche industry of sorts.
It's not that big, but like it's
not
enough
big,
for
but it's
bus
you know,
money. At least for me.
I'd say like collectively, it generates at least like $10,000 a month.
No.
Collectively, like the entire community, yeah. Especially including video map. So yeah, what do you think?
them.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
It's good and bad. I mean, it does keep people doing it, if nothing else.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. Like, do you monetize? Like, I think you do, right? Like.
Yeah, I do. I've had a lot of trouble with that because I did use networks in the past, and they've often been unreliable.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those networks. Like, some of them they try to screw you over. Like, I remember when I first started, it was like a bunch of people, hey, you want to join this network? We can help you grow your channel, grow more subscribers.
Don't fall for those, really.
Yeah, and then after a point, I think about a year or two ago, I joined AdSense as well because I was kicked out of the partner program because some of my old videos had copyrighted music in them.
Oh
yeah,
that happened to me a few months.
Yeah, that happens to most of us.
And people ask me why I use only Kevin McLeod.
You need to calm down.
Alright, so actually there's one question, like, how do you as a video mapper like view like our mapping as a genre, like alternate future, like
like alternate what do you think about mapping? Alternate future style.
I like the sense of community that you've got, because with video mapping we don't really have that so much. We know who like the other channels are, but we don't really talk to them very often. But it seems like you guys, you're always collaborating, you're always talking together.
Yeah, but then, like, that also opens up to a lot of problems too.
Last 2 years.
So there's community basically.
Yeah. Like, like if video mapping was to like have a community, like, do you think do you think it'll be for the better or for the worse? Because I know sometimes, let's take our community for example. Like, sure, we might be communicating more often, but that doesn't open up to issues like drama and people going against each other. You know how like YouTube drama is like, oh, let's expose this YouTuber, do you
Yeah, I
think
mean,
it will be a bad thing for video mapping, or do you think it'll be a fully positive?
it really depends who's in the community. I mean, we did used to have quite a strong community back around sort of 2014 or 15.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Really so tight now, and there wasn't really any drama in it. But I think there's more down to the people in it, if that makes sense. I'd
It's
say.
pretty small.
I mean, I would consider like video mapping, like people who make video mapping are probably a lot older than many of the mappers here.
I
that's-
view
that's
like
true.
video mapping is like between mapping, video mapping. Video mapping is like do it for like educational purposes, and mapping is just do it for fun,
I
entertainment.
wouldn't say fun.
Storytelling,
entertainment.
storytelling, entertainment.
And yeah, that's entertain.
is
To
fun.
entertain.
It is fun. But yeah, on that, actually, a follow up on the mapping question.
Purely.
Was there any point in time where you considered producing alternate future?
Possibly when I just started, because I was still finding my feet and sort of working out what I wanted to do. But in the end, I just never really did it. And then I'm at the point now where it's not what my audience is expecting. So it's difficult to just sort of switch like that.
That's
What
true.
if you like? What if
can
you
open
like made
like a second channel?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I probably don't have time for that.
Yeah, time
That's true.
time is a
Time.
common problem. Even I don't have a lot of time.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Who's this?
Yo, Chris, we got
There.
Chris
Chris.
here.
There we
Again.
go.
Welcome to the show, Chris. It's about
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, well, that's how I am nowadays. I just come late. So, are we done with the?
No, we're still
questions?
doing the interview.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Oh, what are the questions? Oh, we're just asking random questions.
It's
or...
in the crew chat. We got the-
Oh,
You can also just ask random questions if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
yeah.
moving forward on like mapping stuff. What are some things you don't like about today's video mapping? What do you think should change?
I think the big problem it's always had is representing world history fully. So, and I think that you can kind of categorize that into three. So it tends to focus a lot on modern history more than anything else.
So I mean, like
Um,
less medieval and ancient.
That's true. Yeah.
well, but
Hey.
isn't it easier to just do video mapping of modern history because there's more sources on it?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, and it's like that with the other stuff I was going to say as well. People tend to do what's easier,
Mhm.
and most of that is kind of World War One, World War Two
Yeah.
history.
So
I don't. Sorry,
No, you go.
I don't think there's any kind of malicious intent behind it or anything. It's just people sort of doing what's easy.
Fair enough.
A lot of parts of history, I think.
Hey,
That
yeah.
is real. That is really interesting, though. This isn't on the doc, but this is like a personal question I've always had about video mapping, and it's frustrated and boggled my mind for 5 years. And it is like the most surface level dumb thing all the time. But legitimately, how do you go about making these videos? What are the sources you go to that
Yeah.
give you these precise boards? How do you put this stuff together?
What, me personally, or the community in general?
I suppose you personally,
Yeah, you
just like
personally.
in any way.
Personally.
I mean, in my earlier years, I think I just used Wikipedia because it was just an easy source that you could get to.
I have an interesting question after that.
I think, but more recently, I've tried to diverge away from that a bit. It kind of depends on what the video is. A lot of the time, you can find a book on it, and they tend to have a lot of detail. And then sometimes there are certain websites that focus on a certain topic, and I use those as well. But hard to summarize it all because it does depend on the time and the region, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, I just couldn't ever even imagine like putting in the work to go like find all of this information, get like an accurate depiction of how the lines were each like month of the war. I don't know how that stuff works, but it sounds incredibly time consuming. So like how long on usual would it take you to put these together?
At the moment, I'm uploading about every 3 weeks or so, but that's with a week break in between each one, so it's about 2 weeks.
I mean, that's a great turnaround, dude. That's
that's fine. That's totally fine.
That is fast.
I mean, I
Go on.
over time, I think, about knowing sort of how to search for things and the most efficient ways of researching while still keeping it accurate. Probably not as difficult as it sounds once you've done it a bit.
But yeah, on the topic of your content, we've noticed that you started using like a brown color for your maps, and like what made you want to move away from the classical, the tradition of white backgrounds? That was Viper's
You stole Viper's question.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, it's fine. No, it's okay. But there was another question I want to ask, but I'll touch on that after this.
Holy shit! Wait, yeah.
Okay, so I did use white backgrounds for a long time, and over time I gradually started making the borders more and more complicated and kind of local geography and stuff like that. But I think after a point it becomes so implausibly complicated that it just didn't anymore. So I decided I needed to do something with the borders, just make them a bit more representative of what was going on, and not sort of shove in detail to a video where it doesn't really need to be there. And I think it sort of snowballed from there, really, and I just the style based on that.
I think yeah, sorry, continue.
Okay.
It's just I thought if I make one change, I might as well start again, rather than making loads of incremental changes, because that wouldn't look good for consistency.
Also, good philosophy. It's good that you shape your own identity around your channel. Give folks a reason to be coming back, you know.
Okay, so I do have a question. So on the topic of Wikipedia and sources, so this is a very important question. Something that's also been might be questionable just for history in general, not just video mapping. But you know how like the comment section, people argue about what is right and wrong. And then in school, some teachers tell you that Wikipedia is a not reliable source, but then there are resources below Wikipedia that cites where they got these sources from, and those might not be authentic either. Or something. Oh, like the textbook is missing this information. So like when you're making video mappings, all I want to ask is like, how do you ever have this like cross your mind? Like, do you think like, is this a reliable source? Like, do you think this source is absolutely correct, or do you think like I know you can't like please everyone, but like try to please the majority? Like, do you ever come across an issue where you feel like this source might not be the same as some other good sources? What I mean by good, I mean like reliable sources.
Yeah, I mean, so sources are something I've gradually thought about more over time, and again, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, for some things, there'll be a certain event that's just established, and that there's no disagreement on, and on that case, you could even just go back to Wikipedia. Agrees. There's no need to go into more detail with it, really. There is agreement we would try and investigate it more.
What, did someone just hold it?
Ignore that, cool. Let's continue.
Chris.
So
Chris is getting around.
so just to summarize, so you basically you just do what you think is best. Is that what you're trying to say?
I suppose so. I mean, like the thing is, so there's something I've been working on at the moment, which is a sort of spreadsheet of sources for Indian history, mainly ancient Indian history. It's taking ages to do. It's going to take probably years to finish it, and that would only work for one video. So I think that's kind of shown that if you research every single claim by buying a book on something, you couldn't really run a channel with it because it would take too long to do each video. You take at least a couple of months to do video. So you do have to make the call and only research things that could be more controversial or where there's more disagreement on, and then the simpler or easier stuff, you could just rely on more basic sources.
I see.
Okay. Chris, do you want to ask one of these questions? Doc?
Oh no, you go. I don't know what questions have been asked, so I don't.
No,
know.
it tells you. We highlighted the ones that have been asked.
Oh, your highlight has been asked.
Yeah. So we did this last time with Emperor Tiger Stars, so that we know what we.
Does Chris even have to talk?
Yeah, he does.
The thing is, it says question from Merview interview, so like, is this
that's
the
That's the wrong document,
bro.
Well,
Not
that's
for Merview.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I said Emperor Tiger Star out. I think that was
That's the wrong one.
as well. Yeah.
Well, it's like, okay, sorry.
Anything else we can
Question
ask?
for Ollie. Well, we're getting Chris because we got to include Chris.
Well, I can't find the question.
Alright, I'll
So-
give Chris.
It's
I'll send
above
you,
the
I'll send
Merview
you
doc.
the-
Let me just
I'll
repost it.
send you.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you through DMs if I can find your name.
No, it's here.
It's in the crew chat.
I know, but
No,
just
no,
in
wait,
case
that's
you
the
can't
wrong
find
one.
it, I'll just send it to you.
God damn it,
But by the way, speaking of like Ollie Bye and sources, I remember one time
Okay,
I want to make a video about like Italian histories, and I know that Ollie Bye had made like a video, showed like history of Italy like year by year, and I asked him for the sources, and like, he had like removed them at that point to me.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, Ollie Bye, like, do you have the sources for Italian videos? Like, oh no, I removed them. Wait, highlights. I mean, the green ones are we already
asked. Yeah.
Wow, you're doing a lot of questions. Oh, okay. Wait, how's it? Who's the biggest video mapper? Is that
Tigers.
Tiger
Oh,
Star.
okay. Well, how does it feel to be the second largest video mapper, Ollie?
Because of Cody.
Because
What?
what?
Did you hear the
Yeah,
question, Ollie? Bye?
Let Ollie talk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so, I mean, I have been for quite a long time, so I'm sort of used to it now. I think that probably happens around 2015, something like that. There used to be a channel called Suomi.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he was traditionally the second biggest, and then at some point I overtook him.
Well, how did it feel how did it feel when you actually did become the second, big largest video mapper? Like, not right now, but when you actually became the second largest, like, did you feel anything special, or was it like, okay, that's cool?
I mean, it was a nice feeling to be that big. I can't deny that.
But not anything special.
Yeah, I mean, I had gradually been rising in the sort of charts, if I can put it like that, for a while. By that point,
Is Swami still alive?
Swomy?
Is Swami like the mapper you overtook? Is he still active or?
not really. He did sort of announce a return a while ago, but he didn't really do it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he's pretty much gone.
Did you get your YouTube silver button yet?
Oh yeah, did you get your silver play button?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, did you?
Knowing YouTube, probably no.
I actually haven't done it. I think when I got to 100,000, that was when I was not in the partnership program, and I think at that point I wasn't eligible. But
Oh, I didn't know you had to be.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that either.
I think I
they
probably
can hold
get it
your
now. I don't
silver
know.
play button hostage if they think, whatever reason.
But yeah, speaking of YouTube bullshittery, we got a. What is your opinion on recently? We've heard YouTube is planning to roll out demonetization of history content just across the board. So, what do you think about that? Does that scare you?
Yeah, I hadn't actually heard they were doing it across the board. I did hear a while ago there was a channel that was demonetized, but I didn't realize they were going to be rolling out that far.
Are they?
Well, the Great War was a pretty large channel.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Great
well,
War.
The Great War.
They demonetized.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
demonetized
They,
the entire thing.
they demonetized the entire channel. That's what kicked off this entire thing, which then like extended to like other YouTubers like the Armchair
Well-
Historian, I believe, and Alternate History Hub and so on.
But Ollie,
seems
like,
like quite a
Jumping on
strange.
that.
but has
It seems like
has
quite a strange thing to do, because I mean, if anything, in the last year or so, they've been going in the opposite direction. Lenient since sort of 2017, early 2018. That was the height of the demonetization era. I think they've pedaled back a bit on that. So, after history videos.
has any of your videos been, affected by it yet, or is it still
Not
going?
too many. I did one about the Syrian civil war. It was like the Damascus front. Like, yeah, I understand that. And then there are a few really old ones that have copyrighted music on.
Oh, okay, well that's normal.
Other than that, I've kind of escaped it, really.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, do you curse yourself at all for that? Because my most viewed video, it's my only video that has a million views. This is my first video ever made. It's a horrible video, but that's besides the point. I just filled it to the brim with copywritten, like, Globus music. And I didn't see a penny from that. I've hated
same with
myself
me.
ever since. Yeah, so...
It's really sad.
It's the same with me. Both the History of the World videos are not monetized for the same reason.
That's brutal, man.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, people really like those videos, I think. And if I got rid of the music, it would be kind of video.
It'd be sacrilege, you know?
So I do take a hit from it financially, but I think I'm probably going to keep the music just because so many people seem to like it.
Yeah, actually, some of the music you picked are really nice. Like, but I never looked into the title of them. I just listened it off your video mapping videos. So I kind of use video mapping videos as also like a way to listen to music. And then somehow I can remember in my head how the map goes while listening to the music.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else does that, but for me, when I watch mapping videos, I have to watch it a couple times. I remember the music and I remember exactly what's happening in the map.
For some videos, it's like that. And when I listen to what's it called, like the old Emperor Tiger Star World 2 video, like with the Kevin MacLeod music, whatever. And when I hear the music, I remember like each slide of like what happened, like when that music played at that part of the video in Emperor Tiger Star World 2.
Connection issues.
Rip.
So,
issues.
conclude... Mindria's Hamza.
Oh.
Coffee indigestion shit.
Oh.
Okay,
Rip.
so, final question here in our interview segment. We got... Ollie, do you see yourself still doing this? Still video mapping? Still putting these videos out 10 years from now?
I think that's going to depend partly on thing. If I'm doing the same brown maps, I'm going to run out of content to do before then.
Weren't you doing like
Maybe we'll get World War III. Yeah, we gotta start more war, guys. Ollie needs content.
No. But what about that video you were doing where you were doing like some voiceover talking about like history? Not like map animation, but like literally you were talking about it. Like, what about that?
Oh, yeah. That was with a channel called Vlogda Mapping. I don't know if you know him. He's more of a video mapping channel.
You were
anyway.
doing the voiceovers, right?
He was doing the voice. I was doing the animation.
Oh, I swear that almost sounds like your voice.
Yeah, I guess we have quite similar voices. Anyway, the reason we stopped that was because YouTube works. Every episode, you're not going to sort of start a series halfway through. So the total amount of views you get on the first one is the maximum amount you can get for any future video, and they just they'll gradually lose like 10% each time. So series that long just don't really work. So in the end, I think we just decided to kind of put it on hold.
Oh, so you.
Who's typing? Hold
so
on.
right now there's no plan.
I think that's Batran.
Oh, yes, Batman, yeah.
Well, there might be, but we'd have to like not do it as a series. We'd have to just sort of keep them separate and not, because the series just doesn't work really on YouTube any more than about 3 episodes, and you just won't get any views on them.
I feel sad.
Yeah.
My Wendy's is here. Oh yes, right back.
Jeez. Fucking-
Wendy's, he DoorDashed Wendy's like right before the show started. I'm gonna pray he
Okay.
doesn't eat that through the show.
Well, does anybody have any more questions or?
I think that runs us out of questions
That's
for
it.
now. Yeah.
The view-
So moving on.
So yes, I don't think Ollie
What?
Bye-
Wait, what?
What?
Okay, let me fix this.
That's
Wait, what-
cheese. Somebody mute cheese. It says
Yeah, I did
fucking
that.
dog.
Yeah, I
Nobody
did
wants
that.
it.
Oh,
was
that's
bad.
him. That was Cheese yelling.
You know,
All right,
what?
Viper. So roll us on.
So yeah, now that we're done with the interview, let's move on to what we do in the podcast. So the next topic is we're discussing brackets out to the future of Europe. Heroics trailer, and I didn't watch it because it was only 30 seconds, but I also watched Rat's video.
You
So
didn't watch it because it was only 38
no,
seconds.
no. So basically, I think the trailer was a good start. The only thing I did not like about the trailer is the fact that I said I'll work on this whenever I feel like it or something. Like that's not a very good thing to put in a trailer. So that's my only criticism for that. But everything else is pretty interesting.
I'm going to put out my word here. My review will be pretty short. What I didn't like about the submission was that in fact it was a shitpost and a troll. And yeah, thank you.
I mean, I don't expect you to say too much about this, but Ollie, did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been a bit sort of last minute with all this.
It's okay. I didn't watch it either.
It's fine.
It's a shit. Like I said, it's a troll and a shitpost.
It's
so
38
nothing.
seconds, and it is our first MapperCast exclusive. It is our first trailer, because some people don't know how to follow the rules of the quiz, and that you don't answer if you're not a mapper and you don't have mapping shows. But
Why didn't you check last time where we had
the quiz last time was pretty much a disaster. We didn't get definitive winners. We had to switch them afterwards. We ran out of quiz questions. I had to search around my room and take out 5-year-old artifacts of My Little Pony lotion.
I think we're running out of like mappers to answer the questions. Like
That's not true. Well, there's plenty of mapping shows. Like,
yeah, but like who actually watched the mapper? Like we haven't reviewed yet.
I mean, we've had enough so far.
Let's
Yeah,
review
so I
rectangular
watched-
cards again.
Let's
Is he still
reset
mapping?
everything.
Is he still
Yeah,
putting out like
he's still
daily
going,
videos?
He's still putting them out. He's still got that output. But yeah, to comment on this, it was 38 seconds and there was just dubstep. I don't know why. I'm gonna try to assume the best case scenario here. I don't want to be like Rat, who will assume the worst of people and assume that it's a shitpost. I am going to put faith that this is a trailer for a legitimately wonderful piece of media that will come out and revolutionize the community. But
Yeah, revolutionize the community. Yes.
And the
But-
rectangular card stopped.
oh, what?
Like 2 months ago was the last video. That's like the biggest
Oh,
post
he'll
he's
be
ever
back.
done.
He'll be
I think he's gone.
He'll be back. Rectangular cats, he'll be back. He'll be back. Yeah, but fucking like, the map was okay.
Oh no, there's a comment. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the final part of the series. I've decided I will not be starting any more series. And
Oh god. Oh shit.
So
I guess
the
he's
one,
not coming back.
the first person we ever legitimately reviewed is gone now.
Oh
I mean, the
Everyone
first
who
person.
find rectangular cats and get him back.
I'm pretty
Go
sure
get
we
it.
legitimately reviewed some others too.
Well, he was our
The
first. He was
The
our
first one was Serbian, but he wasn't determined via quiz. You just need someone to review. He was like the first one who legitimately
The
won a
first-
quiz.
Someone get rectangular on MapperCast.
Okay, well, to close this out, I just want to say, there was dubstep. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign.
It's
It
new.
went by quickly. I guess, yeah, that is pretty.
It's unique.
It's really lighting up the world. We should all be putting dubstep. Ollie, you should start putting dubstep. In
Yeah,
here.
let's break the norms. Let's just break the norms and put.
Let's be
you know,
anti-mainstream.
stuff there.
Hate my
Exactly.
parents.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, does anybody
So-
else have anything to say, or should we move on?
Let's move on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the next one is we're doing the Mapcast review. We're out of Mapping Standstill episodes, and yes, I did watch it. So I would say I love how like it was like you
One thing
building up
I
to
want
like
to say.
a Soviet attack on Europe.
No, I first want to say something. Isn't this like the fucking 4th series you're reviewing of me now?
Probably.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
review my
yeah.
Italy versus Sweden
Yeah,
video.
but I would say like I liked how you build up for the Soviet attack on Western Europe, only for a twist to turn. I'd be like, wow. So yeah,
That's just like the biggest Blast fan.
that was shocking. But other than that, like the graphics are pretty good. Although I get to a point where I start to feel like the country balls are dancing, not fighting. But that's just me. I don't know why, because I was staring at the TV screen and I was just looking at the chat about NATO, and I still see the slow movements in Russia, and
They
I'm
were
like,
dancing.
are these country balls dancing now?
Yeah, they're dancing together. Like it's a
Let's have
dance.
a dance off.
Yeah.
That's actually the twist here. They're actually dancing each other to death. Whoever outlasts each
Guns,
other
dancing
wins.
with guns, but not shooting. But
Yeah, I want to run through this fairly quickly so we can get to the Wildcard book it. But I had to, because we were supposed to review this in the last episode, and I can't remember what happened. It was just, you know, the classic set of MapperCast and out of shit. And
Ollie went away.
Did he leave us?
yes.
Oh no, Ollie.
I think because he said he had to go anyway, so.
I know, but he didn't say goodbye. He just left.
He's typing.
Is he typing?
Yeah, he's typing in general.
Oh, guys, I think that might be it.
I think Ollie's gone, guys.
He's
Okay,
Ollie
end the
left us. He's
stream,
typing.
bye.
Wait, hold.
Shit.
No one joining NTR in Wonder. It's snatch your episode.
They're joining the wrong channel anyway.
Yeah, get your.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt the stream, but I need to go.
Oh, he
Have
put a
fun with
smiley
this
face.
podcast. It's okay. See you later, Ollie Bye. Thanks for joining in.
Well,
He sounded
Alright,
very
everyone,
British.
so Ollie Bye's left us, unfortunately, but you know.
He had to go do something. Did he?
So now we can officially remove his guest to be role. Give him just the straight up guest role.
Yeah, I guess.
The guest role itself
Alright.
is becoming a small community.
alright, time to
Let's
Guess
go
how
back
many
to the
guests we
topic.
have.
Alright, so I guess we can go a little bit in depth here. But yeah, like I was saying, we were supposed to review this last episode. That's when I watched it and wrote my notes. And I lost my notes because I frenzy to clean up my disgusting room that reeks of cat piss a couple weeks ago. Because my cat pissed on the fucking couch.
I remember that.
Like a bunch of episodes ago. But yeah, so I had to clean. It still smelled like that, by the way, for months. It's reeked of cat pheromones. It's been horrible, but I've just gotten nose blind to it, and I've accepted it. I'm pretty sure I'm 3% cat now.
Hey,
all the
let's
shit.
get back on topic. Let's get
This
back
is
on
what happens
topic.
when
yeah.
Ollie.
Osnick is a furry confirmed.
I'm walking the road here. But yeah, so I lost my notes. I had to like dig through the fucking closet to find where I shoved everything in a hurry to clean up. And I found my notes. But yeah, so I'll run through what I can remember here. You know, it's got that sleek, professional rata mapping feel, which I loved. I wrote down as a minus on the nose. I'm not sure what I meant by that. There must have been like a very specific instance that I thought was on the nose. I'm not
What
sure.
the fuck is on the nose supposed to mean?
Like, you know, it's a little on the nose. It's a little ham-fisted. But I don't know what that was. I can't remember what it was. I thought was. I don't know what it was. I just know that at some point.
On some point.
I don't remember what. And you know, there were. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch it. But yeah, I mean the concept of Raven. It came out, but I love the idea. Very unique and just great. It's not too far out there, but it's like just perfectly unique enough to be really interesting. And especially for a collab. You know, the idea of one person doing the day side and one person doing the night side. That's fucking brilliantly creative.
That's that comes from Imperial, but thank you for giving me credit once again.
I will give you credit going along with it.
We'll give them both credit.
And
the thing is, I wasn't the one who planned the collab because I was supposed to be someone else making the collab. But yeah,
I put down as a plus Nigeria's death, which I do remember.
Nigeria didn't die.
Or I think it was Nigeria killed someone. I can't remember. But
they ended the Biafra war.
That might have been it, but Nigeria either got shot or killed someone, and it was like genuinely pretty fucking morbid. It was like the gun had great feedback. You just shot someone, loud, bloody husk. It was like I was just damn. It was like a satisfying, beefy shotgun shot in a video game. It was really. And besides that, that's all the notes I have because I also wrote these down and also in a. Because I do everything last minute because I'm a motherfucker. But yeah, does anyone else want to say something? Someone with more knowledge?
Nope.
Nope. I said everything. Other than that,
there are no people with more knowledge.
It's high quality. It's a classic random mapping style type of video, obviously, because it's from random mapping. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I mean, story was interesting. So.
Here's the thing: next cycle, because the MapperCast review is going to cycle. Once we finish the alphabet, we'll go back around.
So once
next time. Let's try to be a little bit more in depth with our comments, you know, because that's not just on any. It's me too. It's like every one of these MapperCast reviews. I just
still have to review Viper.
It's good, and I like this, and that was cool, and the end.
I know. What else is there to say?
There's plenty. I mean, we always come up with stuff for other people, so you know we got to do that liberty for ourselves.
Well, Cosme, we can still redeem ourselves when we have to review Viper next time.
Yeah, that'll be our last redemption.
Which series are you guys gonna review?
Probably the new one.
Don't review my map.
Frozen Europe, the original.
Duty is simulated, if that's the case.
Guys, I got an idea. We should make an interview, but like with Ollie Bye and Murphy, but with everybody in this chat.
No, I think Batman. That's hard because getting them together is already hard enough.
No, but with everybody in this chat, like we interview you, Viper.
That I don't know. That's just like fucking masturbation.
Isn't that technically the fucking Q&A?
That's just us jacking ourselves off.
no. Let's just stay on. Let's just move on. Let's go with the wild. All right,
let's move on. Wildcard time. Yeah. So everyone, I'm about to reveal. Like we're trying something a little different for this wildcard.
Don't we need to move to another call and
let's pop in a screen share.
Yeah, Wonder isn't there the call.
Remember to get the latest screen share because when you made the new MapperCast live chat, it broke.
No, we're in the right chat. We're in the
right there's two screen share chats now.
Oh, no, okay.
There's two links.
Perfect.
All right, yeah, just make sure.
I just clicked the latest one. That one.
The live one, yeah, it's a live one. The voice one.
Just let me know when you're ready, Viper.
About that. What the hell, cheese? What is that on top of your head? Alright, never mind.
What?
What?
No,
what did I do?
Nothing.
I'm just eating Wendy's.
No.
I
just noticed your profile picture and I'm like, wait, what's that?
That's brown people words. We can't have that.
He has ISIS on there.
I don't know why I reacted to that. I don't even know.
Alright,
whatever, Cosmic, get your...
Alright, ready? So everyone, get ready for...
My face?
Asian tapestry!
I actually remember that.
Asian tapestry, everybody!
Asian
tapestry!
He's in China.
I remember that.
The main reason I brought this out is because I thought Ollie was going to be here. And I didn't want it to be like, guys, we're professional. Here's my fucking messy room. Like,
Ollie's actually almost visiting you?
No.
I think I can see a flashlight on the left.
What are you doing in Japan, Caustic?
Oh, don't fall, please. I'm just trying to adjust it. Okay. So, I'm so worried this is gonna fall. I'm so worried this is gonna fall on me.
It'd be funny if it fall on you, though.
Cosmic dies because of tapestry.
Oh, hello.
We should keep the tapestry for...
I see your lotion, Cosmic.
Our shows now.
That's regular lotion. It's not... Here's the thing, getting back to the circumcision argument, I don't need lotion, because I'm not circumcised. I have natural
I don't need lotion
every
either.
episode.
I don't use lotion. What the fuck are you on about?
Stop doing that shit.
Yeah, because you don't masturbate.
No, don't.
Stop.
Okay.
Just go to the topic.
Okay.
Alright, everybody. Here's the hat. Let me know what you think about this. I may keep it. I don't know. Let's see what we got today. Alright. Here we go.
Pull it out.
This is covered in some kind of green gook. What the fuck? I just wrote. Is there glue or some shit?
That looks so bad.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Looks so
Okay.
bad.
It's mold.
No, I
Mold.
literally just wrote this. What is your worst public restroom experience?
Oh no.
Oh.
The worst public
Okay.
restroom experience I've had is where people don't flush the toilet, or the toilet refuses to flush and just walk in there, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I want to say something about this. So my worst experience was when I walked in to go pee, and I was smelling shit, like somebody didn't fucking flush. I was like, what the frick?
Vulgar.
Yeah. I was like, oh, why don't you flush? Why do people not flush? I don't
Yeah, that happens a
understand.
lot.
That happens
I
a lot.
was gonna throw up. It's not just in the washroom. You can even smell it outside of the washroom.
It's always the
Here's
most.
also the thing. Here's also the thing here. Like when you walk, sometimes the toilet does not flush as an automatic, right? And it broke, right?
Oh god,
So,
dude.
if you do that, you have to go. You do your business, and you walk out, and then someone was waiting behind you. Like, okay, well, I did not do that. Like, why you don't look at me?
It is always the most grotesque elephant dump too. It's never just like a little log,
I remember.
a little roll of timber. It is
This doesn't happen in my
always.
McDonald's.
It is
That's-
always
That's why
like
I
the
prefer.
entire fucking toilet bowl is just clogged like a witch's elixir. It is horrific.
Oh my.
And
I
it's always
remember
filled to the
walking
brim.
to the toilet and it was fucking toilet paper everywhere, just everywhere toilet paper.
Yeah.
In
yeah,
the fucking toilet, in the fucking ground. Oh god.
Oh no. It's like this. Reference great. You go into this stall. There's shit in the toilet. Nope. Screw that. You go in this stall. There's shit on the where you sit. Screw that. You go to this one. This one's clean, but there's no toilet paper.
So I feel like this is a specific instance scenario. So we got to do what we do. We're gonna go down the list. So Batran, what is your worst public restroom experience?
No comment.
What?
No comment.
Oh my god, Batran. What is your worst? We're going down the line.
I thought I already said so.
Well, give us a
yeah.
specific instance.
Yes.
Okay, a specific, not like general. Can I just say general or something? I don't know.
Sure, whatever. You
Well, whatever. I'll just say. Okay, so you know those times like. I hate it so much that where you have to like when you're waiting to go to the toilet or something, one of the stalls, right? So you just walk in, and then you see, let's say it's an automatic toilet, so it's fucking clogged, and it does not work. The automatic toilet that flushes does not work, and so you have to deal with shit and piss in a fucking toilet bowl. And then when you walk out, you realize there's someone like right by you, like they're waiting in line. And then they just walk in and closes the door. You just like, it's like that moment, like on your mind will be like, hey, I did not do that, so don't blame me. You know what I mean?
I have a lot to say about this.
So, Cheese, what is your worst public restroom
This
experience?
actually happened to
This
me.
actually happened yesterday.
A couple weeks ago. I went to go to the bathroom in my school to take a piss, and I was gonna go to one of the urinals, but one of them they touched the grounds. I'm pretty sure one of them overflowed because there was this massive mysterious liquid. I don't know if there was any piss in it, like
Mysterious
the
liquid.
concentration on the ground, so I was just skipping that. And then I was gonna go use one of the stalls, but both seats were just drenched in a fine drizzle of piss. And there was shit in both of them.
Just
Guys,
hold
People
broke
don't
their
have
fingers
respect for
something.
washrooms, public washrooms. Like what the hell?
They
just
don't.
seats.
There's always
Fine
piss on at least one of the
drizzle.
seats.
Yeah,
Chief,
always.
no, Chief,
Always.
you gotta hover over it.
Why do
gotta
people
hover
not care
over it.
about pissing in the
Hover
ball?
over
They
it.
just literally piss on
Just
the
become a
seat.
guru.
They probably just don't give any fucks. They think janitor will clean it.
How did you deal with this predicament, Cheese?
I had to go to another bathroom.
He had to go to the girls' bathroom.
Oh lord. I wonder what it's like in there. I wonder if it's cleaner or worse.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't think so.
probably
'Cause,
around
people
the
told me how they find blood on the
The
toilets as
oh,
well. So
no.
that's equally as bad.
Yeah,
thing girls does in the bathroom is fucking vape and that's it.
Well, I don't know actually. I can't speak for that, but I just know that from stories I've
And
read, it could be as disgusting as.
That's what happened in my high school.
All right, so Chris,
What
what is
if
your
there's, like,
worst public bathroom experience?
Mine's actually a bit different from what you guys are saying. I don't have any specific I remember, but I did have one yesterday. So I was at a pub yesterday, and they have a bathroom, a really small bathroom, and the pub was really full. And when I went in there, it was so fucking like the bathroom is so small, and there's like a tiny urinal in one bathroom, and then there's like one with the actual toilet in. And that was occupied, so I had to go to a urinal. And I was like there, the urinal with which only had place enough space for 2 people. There was like 5 people trying to piss there with me in there, and we're like, "This is going very well. Yeah, let's not do this again." Like a random stranger. Okay, well, it was nice meeting you. We just shook our hands in the urinal. And they were like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go now," and then and still try to forget about it. And that was one of the worst.
Shaking hands really shouldn't be part of any.
Well, he wanted to do it, and I was a bit drunk, so I was like, okay, sure, let's not do this again. It's like, let's not.
His hands why you do that for? His hands might be dirty, if you know what I mean.
Well, when you're drunk, you really don't care about public sanitation at all. About hygiene, you really don't care about that. So
I know, but yeah.
Well, and plus, I did wash my hands afterwards. And it was really hard because 2 other people were trying to do it on the same the same sink. But I did it. Even if I was a bit drunk, I still washed my hands like a good boy.
Good job.
Yeah, good boy.
So I have a whole litany, a whole fucking ecosystem of issues with public bathrooms. A couple things, because they are a horrible experience that happens every time you go into a public restroom. So I have to mention them, unless it's like an upscale place. But first and foremost, I think the primary reason why folks love to leave their just giant shit stews available for everyone to see, which is particularly prevalent at rest stops. And I just went on a road trip, so fucking God, the amount of that I was subjected to. But people, they don't want to push the flush button because they are scared of germs. But that's why you wash your hands.
Cosmic, you know what I do?
Cosmic.
You know what I do? Cosmic, instead
though.
of touching it with my hands, I get the tissue paper, put the
Yeah,
tissue
exactly.
paper on top of it, flush it, and then throw the tissue paper down.
No, here, guys, you're thinking this all wrong. Okay, you gotta kick it.
Yeah, even that, like anything.
Even that.
But
I kick it.
Flush your
I kick
shit.
it
Like
instead
anyone
with my-
watching right here, I legitimately I take pride in using my platform here to promote ideologies and defend the subjugated minorities. So that's why I am saying right now, right here, fucking flush the public restroom toilet. Okay, so that is my number 1 gripe. My second gripe, this is a problem with the establishment, with public restroom bourgeoisie.
Establishment.
That this has
Fucking
been
bathroom establishment.
This has been I don't know why, but it seems that every single public restroom manager, I don't know who the fuck manages these places.
I don't think nobody does.
They insist.
The Jews are behind it.
They insist on putting the toilet paper at
The gypsies.
knee level. At knee level.
Must be made for near 12-year-olds or something.
I don't know.
Why do you?
I don't know if it's just because I'm tall. I'm 6'1", so it's a little hard. But like even then, like.
Tiny.
5% to me.
This shit is at my knees, and I can't bend over because there's piss in my dick. Like I have to clear my dick of
Okay,
piss.
calm down.
Hold on, let me finish. I have to clear my dick of piss. So if I bend over or squat, that's gonna awaken the piss, and it's gonna drip on me, and I'm gonna have piss on my pants because they decided to put the toilet paper at knee level. Please stop doing that.
Why do you always get passionate about some weird things?
So this is because this
Must
is
be made
so
for
frustrating.
younger
So
than
this is my suggestion. This is what I do. I use the fucking seat covers to wipe my dick because they're right there. They're right in front of you.
Cosmic, I have no idea you did stuff like this.
Well, I mean, that's not they're just the same. They're pretty much the same as toilet paper, just a little bit harder. So grab that shit, and that way you don't have to bend over and get piss on yourself like a goddamn
Bring your own
toddler.
toilet paper.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Not to mention, they encase these fucking toilet paper rolls like they're protecting the Hope Diamond. They're all encased in like these
Oh my.
insane security measures. But okay,
They're doing that for
Cosmic.
sanitation
We
reasons.
gotta have everyone else say.
yeah, I know, but now I
Can
gotta
we just
say my
wrap it up?
experience. All right,
Oh,
those are my gripes. So my worst public bathroom experience
okay.
is honestly, it's actually like reflecting on it. This is a good experience. This experience
What?
is probably the best. So this is my most.
Why, this is the worst experience. Why are you talking about the best?
It's well,
The
Yeah,
good
because
exactly.
experience
this
is
is the
where you
most
don't have
notable.
to take a shit.
Remember, I had to take a massive shit. I was at a burger joint in New York City. It was like, God, almost 10 years ago. It was around 2010.
Damn.
And I had to take a shit. So I freak out. I run down like, I couldn't believe I've never felt anything like this before in my life. This thing was tickling the back of my colon. It was unbelievable. I was crowning. It had gone through my first anus and was knocking at the door of the second. So I run downstairs. The public bathroom is full. And at this point, I'm about to cry. I'm 9. I don't know how to deal with this yet. And that's when the chef stops what he's doing. It's like kind of like a window situation. It's a very small burger joint, so he can see out at the crowd. He stops what he's doing, wipes his hands with his towel, walks over to me and says, "What are you doing? How can I help you?"
What are you doing?
And I go, "I gotta use the bathroom."
Mamma mia!
You can use the employee
again.
restroom. I'm like, "No, I don't want to run that." He says, "No. You." What?
I want to say, can we like keep going so that we don't stay on this topic on?
Yeah, well,
I love this topic.
you
It's just-
halted.
Yeah.
You halted the story just to make it go faster.
It's only because I want to speak on it too, and I'm last.
You will. Don't you even worry.
Well, you can do
You're like going. You're like, this is not your worst experience. This is like.
I'm
Okay,
about to
Cosmic, just finish it, Cosmic. Just finish it. Come on.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Go.
So he goes, "You must go now. Use the bathroom. You are having an emergency." And I felt so listened to and loved when he said, "You are having emergency." I felt
It sounds
that.
like a fucking video game NPC telling you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know, you were having an emergency. It felt like a warm hug from your mother at age 4. It was so comforting. Like someone else is
So
looking out for
comforting
me.
to for to tell and to tell
And,
you
you know,
that.
of course, that just contributes to my, I'm not even going to get into that. But I took the shit. And
Good job.
I'd never seen anything like this. I was 9, and that was like, that thing was at least like a good 12 inches.
Okay, well, okay. I didn't need to hear that.
Alright,
Okay.
Mindria, what's your worst public bathroom experience?
I think it comes mostly it comes from fucking high school and middle school, not like burger establishments. Okay, so like we were on a bus, me and my friend, right? And my friend had to shit so badly, like he actually had to shit badly. He had a fucking large stomach ache. And he like once we got off the bus, he just fucking kept running to the school, just like Naruto running to school, like fucking Sonic speed, trying to find the right fucking bathroom. Okay, and then we got there, and then he had to shit real badly that he fucking shat his pants.
No!
Oh, that's the worst. When you have to shit. What are you
And
gonna
then
do?
he went to the bathroom and like to the worst one, and then he took all the fucking toilet paper from each like stall of the bathroom. And then he just
Oh, he
wiped his
shit
ass
himself.
just to clean his fucking ass and his feet.
What about his
Jesus
pants? What
fucking
does he do
Christ.
about the pants?
Uh,
Oh,
What is
dude,
it?
That was
I'm
the worst
gonna- I'll be
experience
like,
for him-
yo,
from
can I
him,
go home?
honestly.
I shit my pants. I need to change. And I did
Alright,
No, he did it in school, and he had to like go back to his house just to clean his fucking shit stained foot.
that's a
Dude.
good question, actually. When was the last time you shit your pants? I'm gonna put that in the hat.
Shut up.
Okay, and
No,
then,
I have
and then
never done that.
another experience is that in middle school, like my classmate, he decided it was a good idea to like stand on the fucking toilet seat, and guess what happened? He fucking broke half of the fucking he broke half of the toilet seat, and then the fucking toilet water came out in the gym, and it filled
Oh
up
my.
and
Oh!
it filled up the
Damn.
boys' locker room by like 3 centimeters.
Oh.
Oh god! And we all just
Oh my
laughed.
god!
And we all just laughed our ass off. It's so funny.
Jesus Christ.
And then the fucking gym teacher, the gym teacher comes in, and then
Oh I'm gonna
Then he
puke,
had
man.
to wipe, and then the gym teacher had to clean it.
Oh,
And then
God bless our teachers.
That's morbid, dude.
the
Yo.
classmate that did it, he got detention.
I'm gonna puke at this point.
Well,
Let's
continue the
let's
trend.
just move on.
No, we have
Right,
to focus
right.
on- Alright, so Rat, what is
Yeah.
your worst
Alright.
public bathroom?
This is. I don't know whether this can be counted as a bad or just a generally weird experience, but basically it was during summer holidays, and basically our former Latin teacher from middle school invited us, his old Latin class, to go drink and shit stuff. And basically, yeah, we had like a party, and because I was pretty much the only one who was 18 at the time and allowed to drive a car alone, I was, of course, the honorable gentleman that didn't drink any alcohol and had the duty to drive people. So, yeah, so it was like 1 a.m. and we drove back. And my friend had a good idea that he would pay me through paying me something at McDonald's. So we said, okay, 1 a.m., let's go to McDonald's. And then we went there. Luckily, we went there because that was the time when one of my friends I took with started puking rigorously.
God.
And if that would have happened in my car, I pretty much would have killed him and took all his money that he ever had. And yeah, basically he puked, and we need to get towels for him. So we went to the bathroom, and so at 1 a.m. a fucking McDonald's, where pretty much at that time of the day, pretty much the shadiest of people are there. So we go to the men's bathroom. Shit, there are no towels left. So we go to the disabled people's bathroom because we can't go into the female bathroom because then we would be accused of rape and shit, and I don't know. And then
Oh my.
we went there.
Say you're trans.
And there were 2 girls dealing weed as we
you're
were trying to
trans.
get in there.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Lee Allen is trans. Mm-hmm.
For fuck's sake.
Why
Yeah, it was...
bring that up?
Yeah, so anyways, we noticed how a weed was dealt. And yeah, at a fucking disabled person's bathroom. At the McDonald's at 1 a.m.
You buy some?
Oh yeah, did you cop?
No, we just ignored it because it was that time of day when you don't give a fuck about anything anymore. So yeah,
He just loves
But
it.
you
pretty
gave
much
enough
the
fucks to
employees.
notice it.
pretty much sure the employees wouldn't have cared anyway. So.
Well, everyone, this has been a journey. So
Wait,
last
I
but
didn't
not
even go
least,
in.
I know that's what I'm saying. Last but not least,
Like Viper.
Okay.
what is your worst public restroom experience?
Okay, so I already mentioned how like there's poop. So here's something about me with washrooms. I am very germophobic, and I do not like going to public washrooms. I do my best to avoid public washrooms as much as I can, but then there are times where you just have to go, right? So you just gotta go.
Here's
So-
the tip, just hover over it.
So I went to
Oh,
here's my
bro.
university.
What the fuck's
Washroom.
happening in the
I
chat?
was smelling something very bad in the in this part of the hall. I was like, "What the hell is this smell?" So then I went the other way and went on my very bay. And then later I had to go pee. So I went to go pee, and it was that same
Gotta
smell
pee.
again. And
Gotta pee.
oh my god, I already want to puke. It's that same shit smell. Somebody didn't flush the toilet, and I was there taking a piss. I put my shirt over my nose, and I still can smell it. I was gonna puke, and I was like, I just want to get out of here. I even washed my hands. I
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not washing my hands. I'm out of here.
All
Oh.
fucking toilet fucking rooms
Yeah,
smell like
so
liquid
That's
ass.
one of
This
my
is why
horrible
I just go to the long
experiences
hole.
with smell. But then here's
This is
something
why
about Here's something about
Okay.
me. Like, I don't normally poo when I go to the washroom. I only take a
gotta-
piss, so I don't usually go into stalls. But then it does not mean there are times where I had to go to the stalls. So usually the time I go to stalls when I have a big stomach ache. And
Yeah.
and when my stomach was hurting, I stay in the toilet for maybe like 1 hour.
Those suck. Those
And
really
the thing
suck,
is,
dude.
because I'm very germophobic, like I said, I don't
Wait, did you
trust
say
the
you stand on the toilet?
no, no, this is what I did.
No,
So
he squats,
I
he squats
got
on the
to the
toilet.
stall. If it was full of shit, I moved to the next one. If there's no toilet paper, I moved to the next one. If none of above works, then I just pick the best one. Water
Wait,
with
just
toilet
squat on
paper,
the
do
of
it.
course.
Just
I
squat
flushed
on
the
the
toilet
toilet.
using tissue paper if there's poo in it. I had to deal with the smell, and then when it's done, I don't stand on it, but I don't
I
sit on
gotta
it
poop.
either.
I gotta
So what I
poop.
did is I got tissue paper, I put it on the seat, and then I have my shoes on, I step on the tissue paper on the seat, and I just crouch. Not
Guys,
refusing
this
to
is why.
sit
This is
on
why
the
we.
toilet seat. And then
This
I
is why.
stay there suffering for the next whatever how hours.
Just go outside and do it.
No,
Take a shit
I've done it
outside.
before.
Take a
I've
shit
done it.
outside of a
I've done it
supermarket.
no,
before.
I'm not shitting outside
Shit
university.
outside in the fucking dirt.
Take outside.
Yeah,
just
and,
take a
and so the
shit
flies
outside.
can fly
just-
When
in.
you
you're
just
communist
squat.
and you're seeing that Ferrari on the fucking parking lot and you
Yeah,
just think, fuck
exactly.
the bourgeoisie, just shit on the Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
On
come
the
on now.
Ferrari.
Yeah, so
Call the fucking
yeah,
bourgeoisie, you
Cosmic,
boss.
there's
Guys-
If you can combine relieving yourself and also taking down
Communism.
the bourgeoisie,
yeah, but I don't feel
you are
comfortable.
doing God's work.
I don't feel comfortable shitting outside either, because there's people out there.
Well, it has
Just
to.
go
I
on
don't
the
feel
toilet.
comfortable
Well, the
shitting
o-
ever.
the
I can
only
only shit in
rule-
very specific situations.
The only rule is it has to be dark outside. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
No,
Yeah,
obviously,
say
I'm
outside.
actually
Alright,
Sunday
fellas, I
when
think
it's
it's time
like
we move
outside.
on.
Okay, so
So,
what we learned is that.
So
So
yeah,
what we learned
Cosmic.
is that we should
Yeah, I don't stand on the
nicely
toilet
taught.
seat, but I crouch on it.
squat on it.
Squat on it.
So you know what I mean by
Squat on
that,
the
Cosmic,
toilet.
right? So like, I 2 feet on the like kind of like standing on it, but I'm not actually standing. I'm like crouching. But in it, there's tissue
What the
paper.
fuck is that?
Okay, so picture like this. You know the U shape. So I put tissue paper on it.
Who is doing that?
And one foot is on the left side, and the other's on the right side. And I literally just crouch. And I don't like
That-
the pants touch
Right,
my
I'm
floor
about to
either.
slap
Just
So what I
do,
do is I hold the pants so it doesn't fall on the floor either.
just do a yoga on the toilet.
So
Again, it's time for us to
yeah, so
Yoga
yeah, I'm
before.
very germophobic when it comes to public washrooms.
Okay, so
I'm
lesson
going to
learned.
mute you all.
Let's-
I'm
guys,
going to
lesson-
mute you all.
Guys, lesson learned. This is why we should love our own toilets.
Alright, let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Bring your own toilet. Bring your own toilets.
Yeah, we gotta love our own toilets.
Let's
We,
get
res-
to some
we,
substance.
we
Go and
give them
kiss it
love
right
and
now.
respect. We give them love
Alright,
and
kiss my
next
toilet
topic.
right
We'll be discussing the censorship of history channels for
Oh, here
YouTube
we go.
censoring.
Didn't we do that?
Yeah,
It's
kind
bad.
of. But
Alright,
that's-
it's
It
kind of
was just
like.
always
So, yeah,
But
I feel like
that's-
YouTube is doing the wrong thing here. I feel like they shouldn't just restrict history channels. Like if they're actual history, you can like. I feel like. I just don't think that's a good idea. Like on YouTube part, really.
There's
You're
there's
killing a
one
big
thing
community.
that's bothering me. There's one thing about this whole situation that's bothering me a whole lot, and that is basically as a consequence to being demonetized, a lot of history YouTubers basically banded together and made this the Arms the Historian website where they want to publish their videos now. My problem with the thing is to access those videos, you have to pay $5 a month.
What the fuck?
What?
And for me, first of all, I don't pay $5 a month for amateur history videos because the thing is, I watch such history videos to get into a topic because pretty much 90% of the time, those history videos don't cite any sources, so I have no fucking idea where they got their shit from. So the best you could use those history videos for is basically just like getting into a topic and get a general overview. And for such videos, I don't want to pay money. Like for the same, like I'd rather watch then I can just skim through a fucking Wikipedia page, look at what sources they cite, and then maybe like look whether there are some books on the topic and buy them instead. But why the fuck am I supposed to pay $5 where I could get various other subscription services for a month for like a website where I get amateur history videos?
The only legitimate reason why I would do it, I'm not gonna do it obviously, but kind of a minor reason is like stand up to YouTube by watching history videos on this site instead.
Man, there have been so many attempts at doing something like that.
I
and
know.
They will do nothing.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a good reason, but it's a reason nonetheless.
Yeah, it exists, but it's not really a good reason.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I have something like on this topic, which is not the exact same thing, but it's like loosely related to this. It's actually no, it's too loosely related. No, never mind. never
In
mind.
the alternate future, at least, it's not getting affected.
Is it though?
Yeah, so
I think
it's bad, but I mean, like, there's nothing I can say about this that hasn't been yelled.
Yeah,
from
exactly, like,
mountaintops
come
for the
on.
last 3
Yeah.
years. YouTube's fucky, blah blah blah. At this point, it's like tacky and passe to even discuss it. So it's. I mean, it's bad and shitty, but that seems to just sort of be a theme of the last few years in just the world. Like, things just continuously get worse, but
Here we go again.
they have kept. What? I'm making a point. Shut up. Things have been getting worse, but it gets to the point where it's been just so substantially. Excuse me. It has for such a sustained long time been getting shitty that to discuss it is fucking tacky. Like, what am I even gonna say that hasn't been fucking said over and over and over and over and over again? And that's the worst part about it.
I'm crying.
The fuck?
What the fuck? What's this?
It's Chris. That's Chris. Very.
Chris is having a midlife crisis.
That's sort of the worst thing about shitty, sustained situations like this is they just become the norm. I'm not going to go out and complain about the
Well, I mean, I
about
think
the
there's
seasons. Like, that's just the way of life.
there is some hope.
What's your hope?
Basically, the IG Metall, which is like it's a German-based trade union, which is the largest trade union in the world. They basically made a YouTuber trade union,
Indica list. Okay.
and they
Move on.
they basically have made a bunch of demands to YouTube, and they threatened that if they would do that, then they would take YouTube to court, and basically YouTube couldn't have possibly pay for those because each individual case would mean like that YouTube would have to pay already like $2 million in compensation, mounted up to a couple millions times a million, and even YouTube won't have enough money to do shit. And YouTube has considered negotiating with them. So yeah, that's like pretty much the last hope we have left. Socialism is going to save us all.
All right, shall we move
shut
on?
up, Brett.
Oh, now here comes the best part. Why don't
Next
you do
part.
the,
Alright, so I didn't actually. Oh, we're gonna be announcing the MapperCast Minecraft server. I have no idea what this is.
Nick, go ahead.
Yeah,
All
me
right,
neither.
everyone. So this is, I guess, this pet project, Mindria's pet project. Right here we got, I guess, we are launching a MapperCast Minecraft server.
You should take money.
We're not going to be charging money. We're not going to capitalize on this.
This is
Money.
This is like an indie server.
MapperCast has
It's
pretty
like
much been
Etsy.
operating as a charity, except for like the 90 cents I make
Like a charity scumbag.
collectively on every episode on my channel a year.
Oh,
But,
take lots of
The
money.
channel's is run on Eternals, I believe, so it was pretty much free.
But yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Come on down. We already built this massive spawn tower. You can go check out our You can go check out our MapperCast studio if that's what
Infinite
you want.
Tower.
Yep,
So if you want to
that's
check it
fun.
out, I suppose the IP should be in the description below.
In the Discord. I'm going to
to give a bit
Discord.
of background on the server, yeah, it's for the people who wants factions, because we keep getting asked for that. Well, we're not likely going to add factions that much, or if any at all, because if you want to go to factions, just go to some server like Kalenia. We don't. If we even put factions there, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like more drama or some shit like that.
Well, we don't attract people to the server
Yeah.
by listening.
Yeah.
That's-
Plus,
that's-
like the
that's-
server is like if it's hard to sustain factions if the server shuts down in 3 to 5 minutes after the last person leaves, and we have to turn it back on again.
That and explain what we're gonna do with the server. Like, is it gonna be adventurous?
Huh? Yeah.
Right.
Basically, we're just probably doing the server put the server up mainly for events.
Connects me without any context.
So the server is basically mainly for events, like contests, like you can just boat racing or anything like that to earn rewards and stuff. Also, there might for the adventure part, we might put some events where there is like a lore, putting more into roleplay aspect. The group of players go to as an adventure party, and they need to do whatever quest or mission to affect the world around them, and what their decisions are would basically be reflected in future events. So yeah, that's basically much it. At least that's
Join the server.
Okay, So yeah, the point is, it's going to be fun. We're going to be on there.
Yeah.
Rat, you're going to get to listen to Rat type all day. We're going to have a custom resource
Yay.
pack. Every sound in the game is going to be Rat's obnoxious mechanical.
By the way, Batron has an anime texture pack.
Oh Christ. Okay.
Can I have
So,
it?
Just letting you know.
so that's that. If you're
It's
interested,
a custom pack made by a friend, so yeah.
Why did it win
I
quiet?
still have it. I mean,
What was that?
next question. Next topic. Next topic.
let me close off the topic, then we're going to get going. And
Yeah,
if you're
go on.
interested,
That's true.
the IP is on the MapperCast Discord, which
That's
of
the mic.
course is linked in the description below. All right, let's move on.
Who knows? We
Yeah,
might
have fun.
someday do a Minecraft podcast, like we're just
Oh.
some videos and we're
We
just like
talk
saying
about this every time, Batman.
We'll be right back.
I mean, that's what we built a room for that anyway, but it's not like it's probably not gonna be used anyway. But yeah, just
Maybe, just maybe in the future, Batman. Just maybe.
Maybe,
We'll
yeah.
talk about it, not here.
boy, we gotta get you Minecraft for Christmas.
I actually can't.
We need,
talk
we need,
about it.
guys, we need to give Viper Minecraft.
Viper,
Yeah.
you want to
Viper.
introduce that next topic? Oh, he's AFK. Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, well, I'll do
Alright,
it
so-
then. Oh, never mind.
Discuss
I
the
am the,
recent
I am the second in command here.
Fucking fascist.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so
8,
moving
9,
on, we got
10,
oh,
11,
I'm back.
13.
Oh.
No, you can continue.
oh, okay. I was just gonna introduce.
15 points. Okay.
So yeah, we are going to discuss the results of the latest MapperCast Discord polls. We're gonna run through it real quick, and then we're gonna get to the Q&A. So, where are we even starting from?
It's a good question.
Oh, I guess we'll start from the fucking bread quiz or whatever. The
Oh.
fuck.
Yeah, the bread
Yeah, you're not.
So,
gonna, you're not
starting
gonna
off
get
with
it.
my favorite question, we got: can you perform autofellatio (parentheses) sucking your own dick? And
Ah,
No.
no, I cannot reach one with 28. And actually, no, I haven't tried one with 28. No, I cannot reach
Wow.
came in with 26. And what I really am interested in is the 9 people who said yes, but I don't do it.
No,
So, like,
if I
you've
could, I
tested-
wouldn't. Oh my.
If I could, I definitely would. That's why I can't
No.
remember.
Okay,
I can't remember
people
if it
can
was
speak
on
in the
Map-
chat. Can you fix that? People can speak and
Fuck
poll the
kinda
day.
thing you should-
Yeah, well, how did
Oh,
that happen?
why are people talking and poll the day?
They can speak in it.
Who the fuck did that? What?
wait,
the-
what? Wait, what the fuck?
I did. Now it's fixed. Now it's fixed.
It's fixed.
Yeah, it's
Nobody-
Who the fuck even put it
Wait,
on
wait.
that people can still do shit anything? I locked
I
the
don't know,
channel
whatever,
down
next.
so people don't
Let them
manipulate
Whatever.
shit.
Let them read. Okay.
Moving on. So I can't remember if it was this show or a stream like several years ago, but someone asked like if I had to put a second penis on my body anywhere, where would it be? I always said like right in the middle of my palm or on my shoulder, so that way I could suck it.
What?
But
the-
What the fuck?
It's disgusting.
Why would you put that out there?
That way you could suck your own dick.
But
Anyway,
I don't want to suck my own dick.
why not?
I don't want to have a dick in my mouth.
You do realize what you have the daily life of that, right?
Oh,
You realize the daily life of that
Mr.
kind
over
of
here,
shit, right?
oh so heterosexual over here.
How dare I be heterosexual?
Guys,
Won't put his
Think
own
about
dick
your
in his
daily
mouth.
Shame me. How dare I be
I'm gonna
heterosexual?
shame
You know what? No, you know what? I'm gonna jump off the window now.
we tried this as a kid.
Remember
We
when
tried this
Constant
as
said
a
he wished he was bisexual?
I try to suck my dick like at least once every year to see if I've
Oh.
gotten
as kids.
like
Why?
any more to see if I've gotten any more flexible than before.
Okay, well,
my
I mean,
I've been
okay,
flexible for a long time, okay?
okay, to make
Can't
coffee
get more
pack.
flexible. You are very flexible when you're born, but then you gradually lose and you can't regain.
Oh, I should have
Okay,
done it more when I was a
cartilage.
kid.
Okay, I'm gonna be.
What
I'm gonna be
the-
honest
Pretty much
here.
the only
No.
thing. The only thing that you can do is remove the last 2 ribs in your rib cage, and then yeah.
Okay,
That sounds worth it.
to make coffee happy, I actually have tried, not because I actually could.
Oh, so you've tried.
Yeah, I've tried, not because I want to, just because I can actually reach. Like,
Is
if
it
I was,
because
like, a
you're-
special?
Wait, you can do it?
No, I can't. I didn't manage to do it. No.
All right, well, moving on, we got one of Ains' long polls. We got, what do you think of the National Security Council,
Dumb.
which is, of course, the bourgeoisie elite of America,
Oh
China,
my.
Russia, UK, and France. And God, I have to like.
Bourgeoisie.
We got the United Nations Security Council is a way for the world's major powers to push smaller nations around. The permanent members should either be abolished, their veto abolished, or the Security Council itself should be dismantled in favor of the General Assembly. That won with 34 votes. Moving
think
on, we got a weird.
okay.
Oh, you go.
No, continue.
Okay. We got a poll, weirdly specific, pointing out just a single person. We got, do you like Japanese mapping? And
it was referred because Japanese mapping had a poll on his server called "Do you like MapperCast?"
I've heard of him, but I don't watch his videos much.
Well, you heard of it? We haven't a guest or actually.
I had one with 31 views. Yeah, he's a guest. He
did.
did all of our thumbnails in season 3.
Oh yeah, he did.
He's a friend of the show, man.
Well,
Yep,
no,
he's a
he
great
did
guy.
all the thumbnails, and he just gave me the I just got the. I only edited text really.
Jap is a stand-up dude. I like him. Which operating system do you normally live? Which operating system do you normally use? Windows, one with 66. I don't know why Android was on.
Why is Android second?
Yeah,
because people use phone.
All right, we're gonna disregard phones because that's not what we're talking about here. Windows one with 66. Mac came in with 7. Next, we got this question I really like. It was, you will be put into the body and life of a MapperCast
I love this question.
You'll be put into the body and life of one of the members of MapperCast. You have the option to choose which one you want to become. Who do you pick? And who I apparently won. I didn't even know that. I won with 21 votes.
Look who has the least
I guess
votes.
21 people want to live in disease without healthcare and poverty.
Wow,
Yeah.
Batran won. I'm not... Shut up, Fred.
What?
Batran lost with 2 votes. Here, I'm gonna go through all. I won with 21. Rat came in second. Oh no, Viper came in second.
Didn't Rat like?
And Rat got 8. Alp got 7.
Didn't Rat like?
Chris got
8?
7.
Wow, stop voting. All right.
Mindria got 8.
Didn't the Rat like
Got 8. What the fuck?
write a text about it like?
Yeah, somebody deleted it. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody messed with it. Whatever.
I probably wouldn't ping into any of your lives, but if I had to choose, probably Mysterious.
That does not count. You hang out with Mysterious.
Why doesn't-
You know.
What do you mean that doesn't count?
Yeah, that
You
doesn't
remember-
I choose Mysterious too. You know.
You know, because you know Mysterious personally, so you kind of.
I know you personally. I've known you all for 3 years.
You hang out Mysterious
still-
in real.
it's still not as much as Mysterious, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that doesn't. All right. Well, moving on.
I had 7 votes. Who did not vote? Who removed a vote?
I like this question.
I had
2 of the votes for Bertrand. 1 of the votes is from Bertrand.
Yeah, someone removed that.
We got
People are changing votes. All right.
This is what I like
Okay.
about this fucking poll of the day. We got tuna or salmon right next to would you rather be
wait,
involved
you
in
missed
the
one above
Holocaust or Chinese resident of Nanking in the Rape of Nanking? Rape of Nanking won with 48 votes.
I mean, there's a higher chance of survival when you're a Nanking, you know.
That's true.
No.
Yeah, but
if you were
my
Jew during the
philosophy.
Holocaust, you could still have fled. When you were
come
Nanking
on.
resident during the Rape of Nanking, it already
Oh.
was happening. The Holocaust wasn't just one event; it was an.
Dude, if
series
you're
of
a
events
Jew in
over
the Holocaust, you're
multiple
going
years.
down. You're going
Okay,
down. It's just
okay,
what's
well,
gonna happen.
my
There are many that
philosophy-
fled to Palestine.
Oh,
Four.
I chose Jew in Holocaust, but my philosophy behind that was because
I chose the Jews because
I'd
there's
rather
a
be
higher
Chance
bad-
of survival. Okay.
No,
The
no.
likelihood of survival as a Jew in the
I wanna hear
Holocaust
Chris's
is much
reason.
higher than a Nanking.
No, it's actually it's really fucking simple. I'd rather be gassed and being raped or whatever else happened in Nanking.
But there's a chance you
That's
won't
true.
be.
I'd probably
But-
rather-
but-
I-
but there's a
Nanking,
chance
if you were a
won't be
woman,
raped,
there would be
alright,
like
in Nanking.
15 Japanese soldiers. They would come up and
Honestly,
just start passing you
I'd
around.
probably rather be raped and murdered than gassed because at least I get a hell. At least I
If you
get
ran the
a,
No,
Holocaust,
shut up.
anybody
Oh,
guaranteed
God,
that you
I
were
I was gonna
gassed.
say at least I get a.
Guys,
Guys,
calm
At least I
down.
get a hell of a
No,
thrill. before I
no,
go out.
This does not
stop.
imply you were killed. Okay.
That is so disrespectful.
No, I don't mean that.
An underground organization. You could
Let
have
me-
literally do anything to oppose the Nazis. You could sabotage them. Or you just take the pussy route
Oh,
and flee
come
to
on.
Why couldn't you
Palestine,
join
like
them?
most of them did, or like a lot of them, not most of them.
Don't be a
A lot
larp.
of them fled to
Right,
Palestine.
Don't be a larper. No, you're not gonna go rise up against an authoritarian.
No, I said that's the most likely.
Rad
that
is
if you were
Ben
a Jew
Shapiro
during the
confirmed. He's like,
Holocaust, you
yes.
And hold on.
Or
I
try
need
to
to-
hide, like many of them did.
It's not gonna be. a thing
I
about
need to
that.
stress this point because I don't want anyone to think that I was making like a shitty like edgelord comedian joke with the rape comment. That wasn't supposed to be a joke. Legitimately, those who watch the show know that I'm into the domination stuff. So I'm saying, legitimately, if I have to compare those two ways to die, I would go with rape.
You're
Because-
Cosmic. I mean, Cosmic. You're a good
Dude,
You're
it
so
does not
fucking-
say how you will die, okay? It does
You're
not
so
say you will die
fucking-
as well, just to note that, alright?
The likelihood
Cosmic,
that
you know,
you will
it's not
die
really
is an unseen
passionate or anything.
resonance
It's like
much higher.
forceful.
I mean-
You'll start to bleed out of your holes, and it
I
will
mean,
not be
it's-
good. There's like 15, and then you'll get like shot and beaten that whole time. I don't think it will be too.
Yeah, you're probably right.
No, not only that, but like like the Japanese like forced some Chinese to drink like I don't know like petroleum, and then they shot them so they would explode when they died. or something
That's
like
one
that.
of the many things that they did, or like that contest that who could behead
Yeah, exactly.
100
Who
Chinese
could
Oh,
head
God.
faster?
Wow, that's
Yeah,
Dude,
bad.
here's the thing. Look, there's like nothing. It does not say how you will. It doesn't say you will die in the poll. Okay, it just says.
But
Would you rather
imagine,
be?
imagine breathing in that gas and like feeling the
Oh.
world close around you and
I
not being
love
able to catch your breath and
Imagine
choking
getting,
on air.
imagine
that
getting
is
beaten by a
horrific.
bunch of Japanese people for a few hours in raid.
Beaten by.
That's true, but like suffocation is supposed
no,
to
I
be the
couldn't-
worst way to
I
die.
c- well, you know, I could escape to the Nazi embassy.
The worst way to
Oh.
die is a lonely heart.
Anyway, so going along the same path of rape and murder, we got
There's actually
tuna
a
or
chance to die
salmon.
of a broken heart.
So
Tuna.
salmon won with 36
Oh,
votes.
I
shit.
eat salmon more, so I will vote salmon.
Chris, get the fuck out of here. Salmon
No.
is best in
No,
it's
no,
the best.
no.
Tuna
I
is
live-
better, you
Oh,
fuck.
I live in
No.
Sweden.
Oh,
We eat, I
wow.
live in Sweden. We eat salmon like every week. I'm tired of it. I won't eat tuna.
Oh, well, the salmon is the best cooked and it's the
Ooh,
best
no,
raw
no,
sushi.
No.
Tuna you can put on a pizza. Salmon you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
you just say you could put tuna on a pizza?
Why are you putting
I do
tuna
not
on
put
pizza?
tuna on a
I do
pizza.
that. It's
It's
delicious.
like putting oranges
What
on a
the
pizza.
fuck?
Chris, I thought you were supposed to be
Putting
Italian.
Putting tuna on a
Italians
pizza is like
eat
putting
tuna
an
on a
apple or an
pizza
orange
called
on a pizza.
autunno.
Okay, sorry.
Chris, you disgrace the Italian colors that you
They,
like.
they also eat tuna on their pizza. It's called autunno. You don't know anything about pizza. You guys.
Someone
pizza.
call
Tuna and
call
pizza
the
are totally
fucking,
different flavors. Okay,
No.
that's not. That's
Someone
supposed
call-
to be.
called.
whatever.
It's a
Someone call Rome.
traditional Italian
It's called. It's
pizza,
called
for fuck's
Marino.
sake.
Someone
Well,
call
I'll
Alfenzo.
A
You're
pizza
fucking- you guys-
tuna
you guys
is just
are
a regular
uncultured
pizza
swine.
with additional onions and tuna
Fucking
on it.
move on,
You
please.
guys, you
Fuck.
Alright, let's
jump
move
off
on,
a
let's
window.
move on.
All of you jump off a fucking window.
All right, so we got: does North Sentinel Island deserve to belong to India? Which is an interesting question. And North Sentinel Island is an island inhabited by tribal people with little connection to the outside world, and as such ought to be left as land unclaimed by any nation state. And that actually, surprisingly, blew out the fucking water with 43 votes.
If it's
Personally-
unclaimed by,
I don't know if I agree with that because I like the idea that there's, right now they're pretty much treating it perfectly. They're just leaving it alone and protecting it. So, like,
that's the thing though. They're
little-
they're protected. That's what they're the reason they're still alive and shit like that is because we're protected by another government.
yeah, so
If
as
they
long as
are left to
India
their own
is
devices, they're probably
As long
die
as
out.
India is just kind of treating it as like a nature reserve, then hell yeah.
An amazing nature reserve.
Anyways, do you like the science fair? Because boring.
We don't
I
have
don't
those in
Wow,
Europe.
I'm
Yeah, we don't have
surprised.
it in
I
Europe.
don't have a science fair. One.
Yeah, we don't have it in Europe.
Yeah, because
That's
so
Europe
sad.
and everything that's not the
You
US.
voted yes.
Voted
Fucking nerd.
Skittles
Looks
all the way.
Next one, we got Skittles or M&Ms. M&Ms won with, but it was close. Skittles got 33.
I love M&Ms.
Skittles is just shitty Starburst.
Oh,
Skittles
eat
are
my
better.
whole ass.
I
Skittles
like
are
for
delicious.
Skittles.
Wait,
No,
what?
that's
Skittles
not-
Skittles
really
are better
bad.
than fucking.
M&M's are just chocolate.
M&Ms are great chocolate.
M&Ms,
Skittles
yeah,
is
it's great.
I love that blows up
Yeah.
so fast. Eat my ass.
M&M
I like Skittles. No, fuck
M&M
you.
is great chocolate. Please jump off a fucking
Skittles
bridge
are
and consider
nice,
our way
alright?
to a Trump supporter. No fucking wonder you like shit.
What the fuck are you talking about? Skittles are
Yeah, why do
delicious.
you make everything political?
Let me tell you, I will never.
M&M's
Because
is chocolate.
your
You can
poli-
eat
the
an-
politics
you
you
can
believe
eat
in
chocolate in a
represent
Hershey
your
bar.
IQ
or
and
something.
your essential worth as a human being.
I will never in my life lose the sense of wonder that comes with a
Oh my.
delicious, fruity piece of candy.
Okay,
All right, I
yeah.
love that shit.
Skittles, when it comes to eating pieces of candy, Skittles is good because like
Chris, sorry, you gotta.
it's unique. M&M's is just chocolate. You can eat chocolate and a Hershey bar. Okay, Hershey Kiss. Anyway, it's the same thing, kind of.
Well, guess what, Cosmic? M&M actually won!
What?
Yeah, because this server is idiotic.
It's Skittles.
Yeah.
Right, you have a superiority.
Let's just move on,
So move
okay?
on. All right,
That's
next.
superiority.
We're
Question.
getting
It's
we're
fucking
like pushed
right.
into almost like 1.5 hours.
Okay, we're getting there. I mean, that's
Okay, yeah.
average. We got would you try human meat? And never. The thought of cannibalism is repulsive to me. And surprisingly won with 41% because
What do you mean surprisingly?
Because we got a bunch of fucking closed-minded douchebags over there that aren't willing to
It's
like.
eating someone.
Yep. Considering there was the option.
Who cares, dude? They're dead.
For fuck's sake, let me talk. Considering that there was the option, unless it was the only food available to me in a survival situation, I guess a lot of people would just fucking die. I don't want to eat human food, and I'm going to die. Where I'd rather die than eat human food. Lord.
Yeah, like come on. I mean, come on.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people would. Let's face it here. The people who like says things that cannibals repulsive, when they're in that situation, they're probably gonna do it.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. Okay.
They're probably gonna change their mind. I personally think I will never eat human flesh, but in the end, like survival instinct gets to you.
Okay, it's a bit. There's one difference though. I mean, I wouldn't kill them. I would only eat them if they have already died. I mean, I wouldn't actually kill anyone to eat them.
They got like some maggots in them, extra protein.
No, actually, although if this does happen, remember to not eat. It's actually bad for you. Like it gives you a disease or something. I don't know why I know this, but I do. I do know this. Don't eat the brain.
Eat the brain.
Yeah, like if I'm in a nation where it is accepted culturally.
What happens if you eat the brain?
It gives you like a disease. Like I think it makes like crazy. Like it gives you some mental. Like it makes you depressed.
That's mad cow disease or something.
Is that how you stop zombies? When they eat your brains, they die from disease.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what has to do with anything, but.
I mean, yeah, if I was in a nation where it was accepted culturally and it had good regulations, so it was like only folks that were donors. You know, you sign up and it's like, okay.
Donors.
The same way that you're like an organ donor in America, you could be a meat donor in this theoretical nation.
No.
I would try it. What's the moral quandary? What's the issue, genuinely?
You're eating a fellow human being.
Yeah, that said it was okay for you to eat them.
Yeah, well,
I'm also feeding my
okay, sorry.
And now what?
You know, there are some things made of human leather, right?
Let me rephrase it actually. Like, why would you eat a fellow stupid human being? There we go. I mean,
it's after you die. It's not I give you consent.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Why would anyone want their dead body to be eaten by a random stranger?
I don't know. That's not your business. They gave consent.
Yes, I am the state.
Literally anything is okay if consent is.
I am the state.
Honestly, anything should be okay if there's consent.
No. Oh my.
What's the big issue?
Yes, libertarianism.
No,
yeah, what's the big fucking problem?
Cosmic, are you more libertarian than liberal?
Get out of here with your fucking. I'm incredibly socially libertarian. Get out of here with like your weird social conservatism. Nobody can do anything because I don't like it. I don't like it. It says no in my special book. You can't do it.
No, I don't.
You don't. I don't like it.
Okay, here we go.
I don't like it. It's not within my philosophy.
It's because I'm Christian.
It is offensive. I don't like it.
No.
I wouldn't eat a human being because I'm a Christian. I don't eat a human being. It's disgusting.
Chris, I'm not saying it's because it's Christian.
I mean, if you want to do it and they give consent, that's fine. But I still think it's disgusting.
I don't like it because my college professor says so.
Yeah,
it's like,
fucking hell.
So,
no, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
no,
I would definitely try it if it was in the right situation like that.
No.
Because, God, you gotta open your mind up, man.
No. Okay, I gotta open my mind. Let's.
I don't want to eat human meat, but let's just get established here. We're all gonna have to eat it.
You need some order in your life.
We're gonna have to. Look, if it comes to survival, let's face it here.
Order is not being oppressed.
Yes, it is. You have voluntarily oppressed yourself.
No, I haven't.
Yes,
guys, let's establish a consensus here.
Let us have this discussion.
It's not like my moral is telling me to do it. I just want to do it.
Chris, slip a finger or two up your ass, man. It'll loosen you up.
No, I'm not fucking weird like you.
Guys, let's have this established here. Cosmic wants to eat human flesh, and Chris does not want to eat it. But here's the thing, though. I think we can all agree on one thing. We all do not prefer. If there's a preference, we would not eat human flesh. But when it comes down to it, is someday, like, if we're put in this situation, we're probably gonna do it anyway. Let's just face it.
I mean, yes, I would do it if you.
Survival instinct.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We got a couple polls left. What is your favorite? What is your favorite South American nation?
Argentina.
United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom won.
United Kingdom won.
Because that counts. Next we got what do you think?
Falklands.
What do you think of Donald Trump's impeachment? And the allegations against Trump are false, and so the impeachment will fail. Won with 19 votes, but closely the Democrats are right to impeach Trump. Got 16 votes.
Fucking libtard.
And then we got the allegations.
How are the
against Trump
allegations
were true.
wrong? The Ukrainian dude
Me
literally said it
dumb.
I mean,
happened.
yeah, the allegations are.
If I was a Democrat and I wanted it to happen, I wouldn't want it to happen right now because it's gonna mess up the election process.
I mean, that I agree with. I think, first of all, out of all the shit to impeach him over, like, oh, he had a misstep in a phone call. Like, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here.
Why would F be a option, man? Jesus Christ.
Take a look in the library. What library are you talking about?
Anyway, next we got, on August 27th, a British teenager was killed
That was
in a road accident.
posted an hour ago. We shouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah, we shouldn't do it.
oh, okay. We done. All right, we did it, everybody. We got
We
through the
did it.
polls. Yay!
Yeah.
Libtard.
Yay!
Cheese is
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Cheese is a fucking libertarian.
Get outta here.
Libertarian are liberals.
Rats is
All
If you're
right,
an
free for
anarcho-communist.
all, everybody. Ask us
Free
questions.
for all, ask questions.
Brad is an anarcho.
He's still an anarcho because otherwise people take him seriously.
Communism works. Just look at Cameroon
Whoa.
during World War One.
That's my proof. That's my proof.
All right,
Look at
everybody.
Cameroon during World War One. It worked.
Free for all. Ask us shit or just shoot a meme and we will yell about it. Oklahoman
Yell
coming
about
in with this classic question.
No.
Cosmic, how do you take your coffee?
Oh
Two
no.
sugar, One
No.
quarter, half and half. There you go. That's the way to. I like in terms of taste, I prefer half of it, half and half. But for utility, I want to make sure at least 3/4 of that cup is full of coffee. Have any of you gotten laid in the last 2 years?
I think that's a strong no.
I was in a relationship.
I mean, we're mapping.
Shut
Get
up, Brad.
laid?
I was in a relationship. Emphasis on the my use of the simple past.
No.
Yes.
I was. End of story.
Didn't your girlfriend turn you bisexual?
Bonzo, or you guys even real?
Well, indirectly, yes.
I have a friend who dated a guy and then turned that guy straight. It was a little sad.
So that wasn't the case in the first place.
Cosmic, why did you think my video was unironic? Because I had faith in you, brackets. Because I had faith that you were anything other than a shitpost meme lord from 2016. Wow, that was mean. I'm sorry. You're great.
Yeah, come on. Wow, Cosmo.
Would you, if you were a furry, what would your fursona be?
A whale.
I'm already a scaly, right?
A whale. Thank you.
Oh whale!
Chris had that answer ready to go.
A dragon.
So
I don't know why.
I would like to be. My persona would be a dolphin because a dolphin literally fucks everything that walks on Earth.
Dolphins rape each other. You know that, right?
No, they
Whoa.
don't rape each other. They
They
rape
do.
other animals.
No, they do.
So,
They
They
rape
literally,
other
they
animals.
literally rape each other. Like the females have to
No,
get
they
out of the
rape
water
other
because they rape.
animals. Shut
No,
the
I've
fuck up. They
seen it.
rape other animals, just like
I've
elephants
seen it.
rape rhinoceros.
Just like humans rape. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
No, they just rape other animals. Like I heard also they use pufferfish to get high.
Oh yeah, did they stick their dick in a crab or something?
Yes.
No, they basically bite on a pufferfish to get like some of the neurotoxins, so that they don't get paralysis, but they still get drugs and they get high and shit.
question for everyone: do you prefer Civ 5 or? That's going to be a hot Civ,
Civ
5.
5 or
don't-
Civ
I don't
6?
play
I
any of them.
haven't actually played any,
I'm in you.
but I play you.
Did you say Civ 5 or Civ 6? Because you cut out.
Civ 5 or EU?
Oh, EU4 is so much better than Civ by miles.
It's going to be.
I don't play any.
I haven't played Civ, but I play U4, so I guess U4.
If you
If
got
you
about
better
choose
mods.
one MapperCast, oh,
Remember
We already
Tornado.
did
Who
that.
would it be and why is it Bad Boy 91?
It's Batron again.
yeah, Baron, you may want to change your Discord thing to Batran.
What?
No, I like
Why?
Bad Boy.
Bat Boy.
Bad Boy.
Bad boy.
Batmobile.
Batmobile.
I don't
if
give
I
a
had to vary,
shit.
it's
I don't give a shit what's the big deal about Batboy.
Because some folks are gonna think you're some guy named Bat Boy.
Boy. No, I think he knew he was cracking that he said it away.
Bad boys.
I
bad
mean,
boys,
Look at
bad
Chris's thing, all right.
That's true, Chris. Like,
No, I like it. You can't change me. I am who I am. I gotta hear anybody. Did my fucking earphone? Hold on. Fuck, what's happened?
all right, so we got a question for everyone. If you were stranded on an island and you were crickle crankling, if you were stranded on an island and you were allowed to take one single item with you, what would it be?
I will answer this question for Cosmic, a flashlight. That's what you're gonna bring.
No.
So, you know what I would take with me? An antimatter bomb large enough to annihilate the entirety of the Earth.
Thanks, Red.
I'll bring a gun so I can shoot myself.
That's smart, yeah.
Teleportation device so I could just go home.
So to commit suicide.
I'll bring a good book, The Doctrine of Fascism, so I could get a good
Okay, so
read
it's a
for-
3 answers. If we're talking just bullshit, anything that you can think of, I'd take like an infinity gauntlet so I could just get myself back home.
Oh boy.
I think you would die under it. Unless
If
you're going by like the comics.
if I could pick anything in the world, a gun so I could kill myself. But if I could only pick shit,
I was joking when I said that.
no, legit.
I would take a boat with me.
Chris, are you telling me that you would?
No, bring a boat. Yeah, come on.
If you're like Chris, you're telling me if you were stranded on a desert island, you wouldn't want to kill yourself. Like you. Would
I mean, it kind of depends on how the island is. Like, if it's like a 10-meter island, then yeah, sure, a gun to kill myself because I have no.
The island is irrelevant. The fact you're stranded and removed from society forever.
It depends on how much resources the island has. If I could survive, I'm gonna try to survive.
You know what I'll take?
If it's a
Fuck
pile of
that.
sand, if it's a pile of sand, then I'll kill
I got a
myself.
way to destroy this flaw.
Dude,
what I would take is a fueled helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that too.
I don't think it would last long enough to go.
Bring extra fuel with you.
We got a
There we go.
MapperCast.
Get wrecked, cheese.
What would you do in the purge?
Kill
Hide in my
everybody.
basement.
Kill everybody.
Kill everybody.
I would kill
What I would do is I would prepare
And
to
cheese.
lock my house down.
Do
If
tactically.
there were purge, I would pretty much team up with my neighbors and be like, put up a wall or something.
Wall.
Gotta
I think
wall
I would
around my
start-
neighborhood.
And
Fucking
I think I
Don't
would start a
support it.
communist
Purge was
revolution and overthrow the government.
Put a whole wall around my neighborhood and
And let the Mexicans pay for it.
and arm ourselves all night.
Wouldn't they just climb the wall?
That's why we arm ourselves.
Like, if there's a world where the purge exists, I'll just kill myself. Because, like,
If
No.
the purge
the answer to a lot of these is just not kill myself.
Or you could
No,
just leave
no,
your
no.
country. Why do you have to
No.
kill yourself?
Or
Dude, guys, if the purge exists, there'd likely be a malicious, setting up a walled communities to try to prevent that. You know what I mean?
You could die, but have fun while doing it. Go out and shoot someone
Have
until
fun
you
while
die.
doing it.
You know what I would do? I would start a communist revolution and then just reverse it.
That's
Fucking
true. I'd probably go, like,
anarcho-communist.
Let's start with communist
But
revolution.
you're an
Anarcho-communists don't start
But you're an
revolutions.
anarcho
Cosmic said it's
communist.
true because he's a burn.
Syndicalism, boys. Let's
I'd
do
go,
it.
oh, yeah, you're right. I could go, like, I don't know. What could I...
No,
what's-
but
I'll
it
do
is,
tax
I
evasion.
shall claim this land for nobody. For
Go
I'll
shoot
claim
up
it.
a fucking neighborhood.
I would revolt and create the fascist state of Maryland. There we go.
Maryland.
Why you gotta... Like, just saying Maryland isn't a pun. You can't just say Maryland and have it be a joke.
Yes, I can. I just did.
So many
Okay.
questions.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of them. All right, so let's let me try to get them. We got fuck.
Let's
Okay,
move on
maybe
to
there's
the
not.
quiz.
Nah, come on.
God, a lot of these are dumb. You must choose Amy Klobuchar or Kamala Harris. How about
I don't know who
bullet
that
my
is.
skull?
I would choose Adolf Hitler.
How about I
I would
jump
choose
off a
Mussolini.
bridge?
Kamala Harris
It's
is
a better
terrible.
choice.
She's the other one.
Kamala Harris is a dumb
Choose one
bitch.
superpower.
So
there we go.
fuck- she's
Good
like a
question.
vicious dumb bitch.
Kamala Harris is a dumb bitch cop. And she can go
Okay.
fuck herself.
Okay. Okay. Choose
Um,
one superpower. There we
Isn't
go.
the other
Let's
one?
do that.
What's Globa? Isn't she the one who's like?
Oh,
Klobuchar is the person who
Who's she?
throws things at her staffers.
That's fun.
Oh,
It's a crazy. Oh god, these people, man, I just can't believe.
Let's move on. Let's move on. It's a fair problem.
all the Democratic candidates suck at
We
this.
got
Still
choose
waiting for
one
when
super.
MapperCast
I've been
has
keep saying that.
7 tweets to Joker.
I didn't hear you. Choose one superpower.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Stopping time. Stopping
Transforming
time.
into a flying corrosive dragon.
Invisibility.
Stopping time is the best one in this nutty.
Invisibility.
No, that's
You'll be
dumb.
so
Why?
much
Why do you want to be
So-
invisible when you can stop time?
Because I can be invisible.
My
No.
superpower would be
Yes.
creating the socialist world republic.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Rat's a communist.
Stopping
Don't
and
listen to
communism
Rat,
for
he's
once in your
irrational.
life.
I'm not a communist, I'm a socialist. I didn't say communist world republic. Fucking dumbass, you don't know communism. Get the fuck
According
out of
to
this
my
room, you lip-touch
degree from
one
Prager
idiot
University,
conservative.
that means the same thing.
Ben Shapiro told me it was the same thing, so shut the fuck up.
Dennis Prager told me it was the same. I have a degree from Prager University.
Prager
Inform you
University.
Yeah,
that
Prager,
it
you
was
said
exactly the
crazy
same
fucking
thing.
guy.
I have a serious superpower that I actually want.
What?
To the
Being a
ability
Jew.
to I don't know if I should say it.
Say it.
I don't know.
Having
I
the
don't
ability-
know. And my
You have to.
people are probably
Now you
gonna call
have
me
to.
out on this.
Just say it. Come on,
Let's
say it.
say it. It's a free space. We won't judge you. I mean, I
It's
will,
a
but
free
the
space.
rest
No,
will.
the power to change someone's gender.
What the fuck?
Yeah. so that yeah. So
Does that mean you'll
people-
change
Wait,
costumes?
wait.
So I can
Why?
yeah,
Sounds
so,
like a
so I
dude
can help
just-
validate
Skedaddle,
all the people with the
skedoodle.
Wait, hold
Your
on.
dick
Okay,
is
hold on. Everyone,
Wait,
calm
wait,
down.
wait. Just
I wanna
imagine.
hear-
Wait a
I wanna
second.
hear
Just
Ollie
imagine
Bye
Viper
talk.
going around changing everybody's gender so they
Does
can.
that mean
Okay,
you'll change
for-
costumes?
Hold on, guys. All right, everybody, shut up. Viper, elaborate.
So
Why?
you know how like there's transgender, right? And then there's like
Yes.
people like they feel like they're born in the wrong body. So this power can actually help them deal with that.
Or you can use it to fuck everyone up.
That is such a weird, like, noble
stopping
thing,
time
I guess.
can fuck everyone up too, right?
No, because you can
Okay.
unfreeze time.
Let's bring it
Unfreeze
further.
time.
What
Oh,
if
yeah,
we're
yeah,
all?
sure. Oh, going invisible can fuck people too. Like you go invisible,
I
you
want to freeze
backstab
time. Freeze
people.
time's the best
Have a
one.
knife?
That
It's
is
the best.
hold on,
superpower.
I'm just so like out of all the super change other what? To change other so your superpower would be you would be the ultimate like gender dysphoria cure.
Yes.
Or gender
Okay,
Yeah, business
everyone.
with that, like-
There you go.
Viper. He's taking a noble stance here.
You can make a business with like
Hey,
$20
guys,
on
okay,
change
let's take it a step further, guys. What if we're all girls? What if we're all like the opposite gender? What would happen?
Wait, what?
Word.
Ooh.
What?
What'd you
Viper
say?
is kind of kinky, not gonna lie. This is
Yeah, come on, Viper.
What if we're-
asexual?
I got an idea. Viper, what would be your reaction if we're all actually women? And
I don't know.
actually women, and then you're the
Oh,
only
yeah,
guy
question.
here.
How would I
Can we
know?
What is
please
your
get off the slide?
reaction?
It's like a freaking harem anime. Come on.
That's so weird.
Yeah, no, that would be amazing.
Such a weird
I mean,
thing to say.
no.
Okay, Cosmic. What if you're surround? Okay, what if everybody here? Okay, what would be your position on this one? Like, what if
My
you're the
position?
only guy in a chat full of?
I don't
Whatever.
want to be a woman.
Are you saying what if you interacted with women? Is that your question?
No, what if we're all like in
Yeah, what
his,
if
and
we're all
you're
women?
the only male?
I don't know. I'd talk to them
Hello,
like a
pretty.
human.
Yeah.
That's so like.
Actually, yeah,
Hello,
pretty.
handsome.
That's pretty much.
I mean, who wouldn't want to grow a dick, honestly?
What?
What?
What? Can we please?
You guys are dropping
And
bombs today.
guys,
You're
guys.
fucking beat.
What?
You're
Okay.
shocking beat.
No, stop.
Guys,
Cosmic, can you please tell them?
Guys,
I have to leave soon. So if you could cut this short.
Okay,
please.
let's wrap this up.
guys,
Alright, wrap this up.
guys, we're getting
One more question, and then we can move on.
Alright,
Would you date Bowsette or
everyone.
Princess Peach?
I was about to say that. Would you date Bowsette or Princess Peach? Princess Peach.
Bowsette.
What the
Bowsette.
Oh, get your-
we're getting too political, guys.
Bowsette.
We're getting too political, please.
We're getting off topic.
Princess Peach has got that tight
No,
candy
Bowsette.
ass. That
Bowsette
tight
is thick. Bowsette is
Candy.
thick
What the
AF.
body, you know?
Bowsette is thick AF.
And she's
would tap
nurturing.
that. I would tap that. I mean,
I would
what?
prefer Daisy.
But she's not an option, though.
Shut up, Batrent.
Alright, so
Shut the fuck up.
should we move on?
Sorry, Batrent, I love you.
I feel like everyone's gonna stick on me what I said.
I know.
Oh.
Okay. Now let's go to the quiz.
Let's pop into the screen share and get this going.
I said it first.
Say it first.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, am I already in it?
Yeah, right.
Let me know when you're ready, Viper.
I'm not ready.
Okay.
You should change the title name to Ollie Bye Didn't Say Bye.
That's such a perfect title, though.
Ollie Bye went bye.
He did say he just didn't want to like speak. Okay, go Cosmic. Do your thing.
All right, everyone. So
I apologize for that.
everybody, we got some bad news. I didn't make the quiz, but wait. We're gonna do what we did before. I'm just gonna turn on my camera and find some shit to talk about.
No.
Cosmic, this is not the thing.
Here we go.
Oh, why don't we just have a race in
We're gonna work through
Minecraft
real
or something?
quick.
The winner gets to have it.
Oh, come on.
Here we go,
Cross the
guys.
server.
Me searching for topics.
Okay,
Please,
I'm gonna
please.
first of all
Tear
close this.
down the wall!
Tear down the wall.
Tear down the wall! Tear down the wall!
Ah.
All right, everybody.
You should ask. The question should be, what is the name of that thing you just
Right,
tore
so
down?
what do you... What's
All
your
right,
plan,
everyone.
Cosmic?
Hold on, let me reconnect this one. Hey, everybody, shut your moany ass up.
Make me.
Right here, I have a Amazon Dash button, and whoever gets this will. No, you guys got to guess what it's for. I'll give you a few hints,
Uh-huh.
but whoever gets this will be the fan.
Okay.
Shut your goddamn! I'm trying to explain the rules, and you're being a bunch of fucking condescending
Okay.
cunts.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to organize this shit.
Mm.
I'm not gonna do it if you keep doing that.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk around the room and dick around if you don't fucking stop.
Okay, we'll stop.
Okay.
So this is for the fan win. Whoever gets this will submit as a topic that will be guaranteed to be discussed on the next episode of MapperCast. So whoever gets this, please send us that topic, because the guy last time did not.
Oh yeah,
So-
Cosmic. Somebody's asking you to check your Twitter DMs.
Do I have to?
No, not now.
NTR says.
Well,
No,
let's see.
It's gonna be a stupid meme. Okay.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna check.
Watch, it's gonna be a quiz suggestion question.
Oh, he says CBT, otherwise cock and ball torture, is a sexual activity.
Okay.
I'll stop there. All right, so everyone here, this is an Amazon Dash button. Everyone here, guess what this is an Amazon Dash button.
Amazon Echo, what somebody said.
Amazon Echo!
No.
I'm trying to get the chat. I will give you all a hint that honestly, it shouldn't be that hard.
It looks like you're holding a fucking truck pill.
It's a big,
It's a big
I hate the big
Eat it.
pill.
That's a big drug
Eat
pill.
it. Eat it. Eat the pill. Eat the pill. Take a bite of the pill.
Alright, so I'll give everyone a hint. It is a snack food. It is a snack food.
So you still eat it.
It's ecstasy.
Eat it.
So let's go, everyone. Let's see. What do we get here? It's a snack food, and everybody better get. I need a fan winner. I need a fan winner. Yes, it's a giant pill ecstasy. I'll give. Only bro got close. It is a type of cracker. It's a honky white cracker.
Someone guesses you'll have to eat it.
I'm not gonna eat this. I'm not gonna take it.
At least
Not gonna take it.
At least taste it. At least taste it.
Oh, what the?
Eat the fucking shit stained pill.
I took the screen caps I needed.
Come on, guys. It's a type of cracker.
I have to say, you have a nice shirt.
Thank you.
Is that
See,
supposed to be a
it's cold out again, so I can start wearing the long sleeves.
Is that supposed to be like a reference? No. Okay.
Don't mention it, Chris.
Oh,
Keep
no,
it
no,
silent. Keep it silent.
Okay.
Man, these guys aren't. You guys aren't getting it.
It's an eraser.
Yeah.
It's too hot.
Wikipedia said it's like a thing that you can order shit with.
Doritos.
It's when you hit a button, it places an Amazon order to you.
I'm
Oh, you're
tired.
kissing it. Okay.
Put it all in your mouth.
Put it all in your mouth.
I
I
dare
dare
you.
you. I
Put it
double
all
dare
in your
you.
I'm not gonna risk choking to death on something.
Why is the MapperCast B team in the other call?
By the way, those things are illegal in Germany.
Dash buttons.
Yeah, because because a child could get them.
It's
and
not
the
an
product-
eraser. Everyone, it's a Amazon Dash button. It's fit. On the other side, it says what it is.
Man,
It is
Germany
a
just
type
sucks that
of
much, doesn't it?
cracker. It's a type of cracker that I eat. Come on, guys.
Oh,
It's
it's
illegal.
food.
It's illegal in Germany because a child could just press the button 10,000 times.
That's so
and his
fucking
wallet would be empty.
stupid.
Times.
I think it's pretty much illegal.
Well, you Americans
throughout
have
the
made
EU.
Kinder illegal.
I don't know why we made it illegal. It's
Yeah.
legal now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, good on you.
I haven't tried one.
Do it.
I've seen it multiple times.
Osmic, this is taking forever, dude.
Yeah, just-
It's so easy. All right.
It's
It
already
is a
2 hours.
type of. Nobody say it, but like someone's gonna get it after I say this. You fucking better. It is a type of cheese cracker.
Dorito.
Doritos! Pringle!
Wait,
You're in the show, cheese. Doesn't count.
wait.
No.
Yeah,
Someone
there
said
we
it
go.
way
We
before.
got it. At Atchison Animations,
No,
you got
no.
it. It's a cheese it dash button.
Someone said it before. Orthodox
No.
said it way before.
Wait, Orthodox?
No.
What?
Yes, he did.
For me, Atchison said.
No,
Oh.
if you scroll up, it's there.
For me, Atchison got it.
No, if you scroll way up, you missed it.
No.
I'll send you a
He said
screenshot.
it. Yeah, cheese it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said it.
Oh, when the fuck did
he
that
said
happen?
cheese it.
Where
It's
the
way
fuck
up
did that
there.
happen?
Dude,
Why did you
I'm
say
bad
that
at this.
your fucking address?
It was under brackets. He said
Mapper
Amazon
winner.
cracker.
Only answer if you're a mapper.
All right. Well, congratulations to Orthodox, who is our fan winner today.
Yeah, he actually said it. Yeah.
Right, mapper winner, guys. Come on. We gotta do stuff.
Hold on.
No.
Okay. So, Orthodox, please send us that topic. Don't leave me hanging. All right? I'm a beautiful young woman who needs attention. Oh, I dropped it. Fuck. Oh, I almost pressed it. Listen, for the record, Amazon doesn't let you do it for only $1. It only buys a $15 bulk pack of them. So I've never actually pressed it.
You just have it to
Okay.
have it.
Right,
Yeah,
next,
it was like a
mapper
dollar.
winner. Mapper
Alright, so
winner, hurry up.
Stop being so rushy. We're gonna do the
Been 2
mapper winner
hours.
now. Who cares? The show goes on for a while. It's called MapperCast. So now I gotta find something to goof around with for this map.
How long is Imperial's entire one? How long is Imperial's AHOE all 3 seasons?
All right, here we go. There's always something. My room is littered with knickknacks from years past. Man,
I feel like when
Gotta find
I feel like saying that superpower thing is gonna make some people question what I said.
okay, all right. What do we got
Okay.
here? What do we got here?
Wait. Check
we
general.
got? Huh?
General. Check general. Someone said it first.
You
General
guys
doesn't
sort that out.
count.
Yeah, general does not count, Mindria. Okay. Oh god.
What are you
Alright,
doing?
I got something. This
Climb your
thing
bed
is
to
covered in
find out.
dust. But okay, right here.
The dude
The fuck
who
is
wrote
this?
that he supposedly voted
Oh,
first
look-
voted
dude,
long
look
after
at how caked in
Orthodox.
dust that
So we
is.
got
Look
that
at that.
sorted out.
Oh, lick
Hold
it,
on,
lick
guys.
it.
On the
Lick the dust.
this general chat is saying somebody said it, but they said it with
Are you
like cheese.
gonna do it?
Like there's an E. at
I
the
dare you
end
to
of
fucking
it.
lick
No,
the dust.
I looked it up. He wrote long after Orthodox.
Oh, okay.
All right, everyone.
Watch
So
that
this is
shit.
this is something I had on the shelf. And I probably shouldn't be holding this any longer. But this is a relic from times past, and this is someone's gonna get this instantly.
Are you
Is
gonna
it is it ML?
So
Oh.
this is for the Mapper winner. Whoever gets this, we will review one of your shows on the next episode of MapperCast.
answer if you're a
Only
mapper?
answer if you are
I got
a
that. I got it. I also have it.
who has. Oh yeah, Barry knows what it is. Who has a mapping show that we have not yet reviewed? If you are going to dilute this and make this last million years, if that's not what you are, okay. This is an energy drink.
Oh my.
So, this is an energy drink based on a popular.
Are you gonna drink it?
It's empty. It's been empty for 6 years, sitting on my
Same.
shelf.
Why
I
do you
actually
keep
got
empty
my own 6 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
you gotta
he
eat
knows
eat the
Alright,
dust.
Yeah, cause I can't.
This
play
is
it.
a energy drink based on a popular children's animated television show.
I mean,
What's that show?
I used to use water bottle caps as toys.
What's that show, guys? What's that show? Rat, you're on the show, dude. What's that show?
My
Yeah.
Little Pony.
Big Ten.
What's
But
that show?
which one? Which one?
What's that show?
What do you mean, which one?
You specific. Specific.
Ian Cordoba, you're not a mapper.
Specific.
What do you mean with specific?
There is many different shows, okay?
There's only My Little
Specific
Pony.
show. Specific, not the genre.
Specific show, My Little Pony. Here
Not the genre. Specific show.
Yes.
Specific show.
Batman, I don't
Okay,
think anyone
so
knows
I'm-
specific shows besides you.
I'm not gonna say, but 2 people got it. But NTR, we've reviewed all
Look
your
at
shows.
the can. Look at the can. Can you not tell it?
Cosmic, pick up the can.
I'm holding the can.
No, put it in
Pick
the
up
trash
the.
can.
No, it's an Half-Life 2 reference.
No,
I'm
put
waiting
it in the
for
trash
someone.
can.
Don't
Waiting
pick
for
up the
someone to
can.
get it. That
Cosmic, they're 2 plebs there that don't get it.
Can I just say it?
That's
guys,
why
it's a
I get it.
children
Varrett
children's
got it. Varrett
anime-
got it.
No,
Puerto Rican
no.
mapper
Too
4.
specific.
Puerto Rican!
We're asking for specific.
Yes, he said it.
Oh.
My Little Pony.
I fucking said it.
No, look,
You are
me
on
too.
the show.
I was trying to say friendship is magic. That's specific.
Oh, it
What the
doesn't.
fuck?
And does he have a show?
All right, everyone.
Right?
A lot of people said it. A lot of people said it before that.
Well,
Okay.
all people that we reviewed every single show on NTR's channel, and Ian Cordoba doesn't have any videos. I'm pretty sure.
Brackets, we also watched the only fucking
Brackets, we
video.
watch his only fucking
Oh, mine has an mine. I got that can, but mine I put American flag in it.
So, wow, Bat ran a My Little Pony energy drink can with an American flag in it.
That's so American.
That's a life to live, brother.
Actually, I could show you.
Oh, is he
I'll
gonna show?
probably incriminate myself though if I do that.
Are you gonna
No, show us.
Show us.
Please show us. No,
Let's
show us.
Let's end this podcast. I have to go, please.
Well, hold on.
Okay, I'm turning on the camera. Click on me.
Click on him. Click on him.
Click on me.
Okay.
Alright,
See?
we gotta...
There it is.
Oh,
There it is.
Batman,
Oh
my
my
guy.
American My Little Pony.
No.
Oh, it...
Oh God.
It even has a thing.
All right,
So back
everyone.
on.
So
Oh.
congratulations
It
to
froze, so
our
we didn't see
fan winner, Orthodox, and our mapper winner, 2-time mapper winner, Puerto Rican mapper 4. So yay!
Okay, finally, we did it.
Can I just maybe use NASCAR videos?
Yeah, we're gonna review more NASCAR videos.
Those were the bomb.
Fuck. Oh no.
I think that's the way to end this.
No,
What
no.
the fuck?
Okay.
Did he drop it?
I dropped it behind here.
Let me just say,
Anyways, please, can we please end this? I have to go.
Yes.
I,
Can we please end this? I'm
Remember
getting
to join
bored.
the server
Alright, everybody,
and...
thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll be back next week. Last week didn't happen because Cosmic decided to go out with Mysterious for some reason.
for some reason.
For some reason. So yeah,
5.
yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Ending the
You
stream.
did the screaming.
Bye.
Bye!
Oh,